Greetings, everyone, and salutations. Welcome to... What?
I got you to shut up quick. Wow.
Greetings.
We didn't even make it through the intro before Tato started dying. New record.
I got you good.
Greetings, everyone. I am Rott-son, and this is Fist of Furry Dungeons and Dragons. Zane, if you'd be so kind.
Zale's not present, actually. He's unable to participate.
You know which one I'm referring to.
Yes. I'll keep it brief, so stop pestering me. Well, on my way to visit some dear friends in the Carmenthor Woods, I happened to stop by the city of Mulmaster to catch an ear of the recent gossip. To my great surprise, I was contacted there by none other than the Lady Cap of Lilies, a most elder nymph. Needless to say, I did not hesitate an instant in acceding to her request, unusual though it was. She required a personage too, under the influence of a most masterful glamour, I must say, attend the birthday function of a certain local Zora in the guise of a personage named Zale Argent. This character, until more than a common thief by my best reckoning, was himself unable to attend, though his presence seemed important to the lady, so I promised to do my very best. We met with the rest of a party which was to accompany the lady to the ball, 3 fair madams and a strapping gentleman, accompanied by the most unusual wolf, some creature of Selune's flock, unless I miss my guess. Bolstered by some most useful advice from these, who seemed to somehow know Zale Argent, I entered the ball with a superb mastery of my role. After spending a few hours reinforcing the presence of this Zale, I managed to make my way to a balcony in order to observe some most intriguing stonework. And some painting or another that was on display as well. That was when disaster struck. Kata herself, the owner of this establishment, appeared to attack the Zora, for whom the party was honoring, and tossing a glass full of some burning liquor upon her. And now we must sort the truth from the lies before anyone else comes to harm.
Thank you very much.
Brought his Minotaur girlfriend.
Oh, yes.
You're right, my count was off. There were indeed additional ladies present.
Yeah.
Shame. Thank you, Tato, for pointing out my error.
Yes,
I didn't realize you
because
made an error.
Elysian is currently Ellie.
Yeah, you got Elysian as Ellie. You got Tato with his
Tato
girlfriend, who he
Girl Tato.
he nearly fucked things up there horribly.
Didn't know she didn't have a dress. Where do you get Minotaur clothes?
Custom tailors.
She did have a dress. It was just
Somewhat questionable in appearance for a function of this nature.
See, it wasn't a nice dress.
made for someone much younger. Much younger.
You're younger.
What?
I don't know.
That doesn't even work on any level, Tato.
Yeah, I know.
Anyways.
So, yeah.
Anyways, like, I'm waiting.
Well, we're missing Blue Dude. We're missing Shenzi. Shenzi is in a friggin' raid on WoW, apparently.
This is more important!
Well, if she's raiding with a guild, if you abandon mid one, that doesn't really reflect good on you to your guild. And if you get kicked out of the guild because of doing that,
Then she shouldn't have signed herself up on for her raid for tonight.
Which is why she
Yeah.
apologized in our little text.
anyways, what was that comment about me in the intro exactly?
Was there a comment about you?
Yes.
No.
Don't lie to me.
Well, aside from you being a madame.
No. Right. That is true.
Brum has never seen you as a man. That would
Wait,
be
he
interesting.
hasn't?
No.
Didn't we meet
You
before
came
I
as
actually
him.
put to... Oh, yeah, no. We did meet No, yes we did. We
No.
met before I...
You met right outside of the Wave and Wink.
Oh, yeah, so he doesn't actually know I'm a male. That's going to be fun. That's going to be fun.
Oh, joy. Well, luckily, this group should be able to solve the mysteries and such. Just a matter of whether you can handle everything. So, last...
Oh, never mind. Continue.
You know, intern, I am gonna drop a bunch of rocks on you.
Okay.
Don't do that. The architecture of the ceiling is unique. If you destroy it, it'd be a tragedy.
Let's
At
cause a
least try to
tragedy.
do he goes
concerned about the
outside or do it
ceiling
in the
than
mansion
me.
or something.
Let's cause an architectural tragedy, guys.
Are you more concerned about the ceiling than my well-being?
Do you want an honest answer to that question?
Yes!
No.
I am.
Zale would be.
Oh,
You know, Zale doesn't know about... Oh, that's a tough one.
Alright.
Anyways.
So we will back up and basically redo the last little bit of the last session. Diego smiles as she takes in the painting. Kata, the co-owner of the Wave and Wink, steps forward with another tall glass of liquor, potent enough to be smelled even from a distance. Without warning, she throws the drink in Zora Goss's face. A few stray drops splash on a nearby oil lamp and catch. A heartbeat later, brilliant flames blossom around whatever the spirits have touched, including Zora Goss. Her screams fill the air, mingling with the wretched smell of burning flesh and hair. Guests panic and scramble away from the flames while Kata stares, transfixed by the flames dancing over the burning woman and the painting behind her. So beautiful, she says, her voice barely more than a whisper.
It's a blue dude who actually got here before Shenzi for once.
So, to clarify, the Zora is adjacent or somehow close to the painting, correct?
That is correct, yes.
Brum, who is currently Zale, would like to cast a spell as a bonus action.
And what spell would that be?
Healing Word. Second level slot.
On?
She who was on fire, of course.
You do realize that won't put out the flames, right?
I do.
Okay. Well, you cast it then.
Thank you.
Doesn't really do a whole lot because she's still on fire.
Well, that's a bonus action. As his action, he's rushing over to try and help beat out the flames.
Elysian would be doing the same.
You can cast
Trying-
Healing Word? Oh, heavens.
Trying to get to her and put out the flames with broom's ale.
I would help out with crowd control. At least to push the people back so they don't stand them close around her.
The
Tato,
fire.
get the girl who threw it.
The fire is spreading rapidly across the entire balcony.
Tato directs his date to direct people out of the building
Yeah.
because she is a very large person, so everyone will see her.
It's a bonus on intimidation checks. by the way.
Tato, grab the lady who threw the drink thing, fire, whatever.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'll move in to tackle her.
Give me a strength check or athletics.
I get advantage on strength checks.
Yep, because of your potion.
Good.
Yeah, I was going to make sure we were going to use that.
And don't forget that it is currently a 20, so you have a +5.
A +5 to strength?
Yes.
No, a +5 total bonus on your strength check.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sorry. So the +5 replaces whatever bonus you currently have.
So 22.
Oh, I see what you did. Okay. You definitely are able to, you don't even need to tackle her, but you may still if you wish. You can literally just grab her and pull her in, restraining her.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Better idea
we-
than, tackling in the middle of, a raging inferno.
Did
Um,
we put out the fire on her?
I need Constitution saving throws from Brum and Elysian.
I am motivated to do my best.
Oh god. Oh,
Elysian wasn't motivated enough.
quick, somebody
Blue dude,
motivates
could you
him.
stop humming, please?
I was actually laughing, but okay, go ahead.
Oh. It sounds very musical.
I'm sorry, I'm in a musical mood, but I was laughing.
Oh,
Musical
okay.
laughs.
Alright, so it's a very good thing that you brought your date, Tato. Lily Proudhoof is very good at directing people in as orderly a fashion as possible. It's still a dangerous situation, but organization makes it much better, much smoother.
Good job.
The most important thing is to evacuate the citizens.
The nobles have pretty much left the balcony already. Most of the citizens are filtering out of the doors under the direction of Lily Proudhoof.
Are there any
Brum-
first responders yet?
No, not yet. Literally, it's only been about 2 rounds. It's going to take some time.
I technically count as a first responder.
Oh yeah, we are the first responders.
We're the first responder murder hobos.
We're not hobos anymore. We have a mansion now.
He does have a
Yeah,
point.
we lost our reuse status.
Then that just makes us hurt.
Elysian,
Yes.
you take 16 points of fire damage.
Worth it.
Brum, you are all right. You are able to get the flames doused. Now you guys got to get out of there. Lysian, you do also have a level of exhaustion.
Damn.
Brum will work with his unseen servant to carry the... I'm hoping it's not a body for his sake, but I assume it is. Down off of the banister as quickly as his stubby little legs can carry him.
She is unconscious, but she's not dead.
Throwing in one more healing word at first level.
Alright. So you guys make it down. Literally in here, it has a line saying that if somebody didn't take charge, people would have been trampled, injured, killed, etc. Trying to escape.
Good job.
So good on you, Tato.
Oh no, good on Lily Proudhoof.
Yep.
Well, you because you thought of doing that.
Yay, thank you.
Well, this went well. Does everybody make it out then? Because obviously I'm going to start heading there. I'm going to sit close to Tato though, in case the lady that's...
Elysian, shush.
Oh.
I need all of you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
What is it
Elysian,
with sixes today?
you'd actually have disadvantage because of your exhaustion.
Just roll another one.
It doesn't really matter.
You failed.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 6 remains.
All four of you fail. Wow. We are off to a fantastic start.
Time to spin the wheel of tragedy. What happens?
Wheel of tragedy. Turn.
All of you take another 14 points of fire damage. Sorry. Elysian takes another 14. The rest of you take just 14 points of fire damage.
Tato takes 9.
Oh god, I'm already almost dead. I'm only 10 points away from death.
Now, is the majority of this building wood or stone? Actually, it doesn't matter. With an inferno this large, we need to get out anyway.
Oh, wait.
So,
Yeah,
oh, wait, Tato's not wearing his armor. Never mind.
We're all not wearing armor.
Yeah, any of you that had weapons and armor, they would have been confiscated at the door.
if you were foolish enough to wear armor to a formal setting, then I hope they made you strip in the middle of the street.
The only one that could have gotten away with it would be Azeroth.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Not
more...
even Tato? Because I specified that I'd be bringing my sword and short sword.
Not even Tato. And Azeroth's weapons would still be confiscated, but he could potentially get away with wearing his armor because of his particular deity and such.
Okay, when I asked that, you said before no. Anyway.
Don't look a gift horse.
I know.
It's still preferred that you wear formal wear, but I believe we had decided you would be wearing your cleric vestments. This was months ago, of course, but...
They just happened to include armor for the followers of Tempest.
Yeah, we had established that.
We just war people. We are war. On that note, I'm gonna be the nice guy and notice that someone is taking a lot... What?
I am taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, give me a second.
Everybody add your damage, please. I just realized that Brum is not actually on the combat tracker yet.
I was about to comment.
Not that it matters that much, because we don't have combat right now, but still.
But
It's useful for applying effects, at the very least.
Yeah.
It's gonna sound very stupid, but you guys usually were the ones doing it. How do I put it?
So open the combat tracker, which is the two crossed swords in the top left of your menu on the right, and then under wound, add that 14.
Okay.
Oh, I've always done it off of my character sheet.
Yeah, but this has him with the combat tracker open, which might come in handy later.
Won't let me enter anything.
I'm the lowest out of the main party. No, wait.
Azeroth-
Oh no, Shenzi is.
Go to. Okay, you got it.
I just clicked on the main menu. On the main one. Anyways. Okay. Well, I'm gonna heal you, Deezian, because I see you're pretty low there, buddy.
Yes, please.
How about you get out of the fire
Yeah,
first?
probably getting out of the fire is better.
Yes,
Worst comes to worst, he
Can't I
just.
technically heal as a bonus action? I mean, it's
You can only do healing word as a bonus action. Do you have that?
not fair. Let's see. Did I bring it with me this time?
Worst comes to worst, I go unconscious as Roth carries me out, and we deal with it later.
You know what?
Can I make a perception check looking for fire elementals?
For it.
Nah. That would include everybody.
Doesn't have to include everybody.
Fair,
Not
but-
everybody is keeping an eye out.
No, I meant my mass healing.
I believe that.
Question?
Let's get Tato first, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, there's a difference also between making a perception check, an active one, and passive perception.
Yeah. Give me your perception check, Tato.
Alright, I'm looking for fire elementals, and since hitting level 6, elementals are now a favored enemy. I gain advantage on this.
Okay.
Yay!
There are no elementals present in the building.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Or at least, none that you're seeing on your way out.
No evidence of them either. I
Correct.
guess.
You all make it outside. Everyone is gathered around. Many of the guests, about half of the guests, make their way home before the city watch shows up. But otherwise, the important people are outside. Tato, I assume that you had taken Kata outside as well?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
And I am making damn sure to bind her arm so she can't cast any spells if she can.
Oh, are you using those pink fluffy handcuffs again?
No, I am not. I pretty much just have her in a full Nelson.
Oh my god.
Kata is unresponsive. She does not resist the apprehension in any way.
I'd like
You do
to,
notice that her eyes are unfocused and her head is constantly turned towards the nearest flame.
Mm-hmm. So knock her out, right? What's up?
No, hold on. Tato would approach Brum.
Amy's
No.
currently Zale, thank you.
Well, Brumzale. Bale. Christian Bale.
Rock
I don't know
falls.
how odd it looks, given that Brum, who is Zale, is currently helping carry someone, even though the glamour does not properly reflect his height.
Brum, give me a dexterity save with disadvantage.
I'm doing great.
Great. Part of the ceiling falls and crushes you. That was a terrible pun.
I do not actually have a backup character. Actually, I do, but it was summarily rejected by all to whom I've pitched it, so we're not bringing him in.
What is it?
Not really, but no, that was a terrible pun. Anyways,
Azeroth lifted up. Nim, heal Brum, please.
Brum's alright. Aside from
I
the
think-
fire damage.
I think Azeroth should go and take care of Coro.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, the City Watch are gonna be on their way. You don't have much time to figure out what's going on, what happened, and such.
I was
You
going
don't have
to...
time for healing.
Oh,
Okay, let's just sprint out of here then.
but shouldn't we tell the City Watch what happened? We have the culprit.
You
Of
don't-
course, we're gonna meet them, but right now, let's just focus on getting out.
I believe we're outside of the building, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you are outside the building.
Yeah, we're out. That's why I'm like, should we wait for the city guard and tell them what happened, or...
I would recommend waiting for the guard. Yeah, it's our duty to report this and make certain older facts are understood fully by the
Yep.
authority figures.
Obviously.
I should probably...
Also, it should be noted that the Zora requires immediate and full medical attention. Small spells of the type that you and I can cast, follow-up tempest, are not going to be adequate to heal these injuries.
Unfortunately, I'm not a medical doctor.
That's what I was trying to say, is we should take care of her, and then we can take care of myself.
Well, low-level heals sustain her, but I mean, technically, she'll have to go to a doctor for the burns and all the other things. But you said she's stable, right?
That would be a
Everyone is
heal check, my
stable.
friend.
Okay, so we don't have to really panic, start spamming spells and all that stuff. Although we should probably try to question her to at least see what her motivation was, shouldn't we?
I don't think she's in the best mood. I mean, look at her eyes.
Insight.
Yep, I was gonna say that. I gotta figure out. Boop, boop. I'm rolling
I
it.
don't think
I'm gonna roll some insight into her current look. How about
I'm
that?
just gonna make sure she stays
Oh.
still.
That's not great. Oh well. Can I tell anything just from her glassy-eyed expression?
All you can tell is that she is very focused and occupied with the fires themselves.
Dudu would turn her away from the flames.
Her head would turn to try and look, but otherwise she does not resist.
Oh, wow, look at that. Heart song.
You guys are approached by both husbands. Erdun, the owner of the Wave and Wink, Kata being his wife, and then Zorgos, he approaches as well. Both of them arguing and shouting about having Kata, Zorgos yelling about Kata being executed immediately by you, whereas Erdun is insisting that she is innocent.
So first, that check that apparently had no title is his healer's kit. I'll try to fix that later. He is attempting to make the Zora as comfortable as possible whilst we wait.
How do you pronounce the culprit's name again?
Kata.
Just Kata?
Or Kata. Kata, I think it was.
No, her full name.
Kata Brizik.
But then if I can give you a persuasion check to quiet the crowd.
Go for it. They are calming down. People are...
Gentlemen, please. It is up to the proper and fully appointed authority to determine what happens to this lady, and we must not disturb the Zora. She is in critical condition.
Both of them speak up at once, saying no. Zorgos continues saying that he does not trust the City Watch to handle this investigation.
And sir, what if I was to offer more personal assurance that it will be handled with the utmost care and integrity?
I have a question. Why don't you trust the City Watch to take care of it?
Zorgos says that he's worried that he believes that a rival noble family may be involved, and the City Watch may have been paid off, and he'll never learn who is truly responsible for the attack. Erdun, on the other hand, fears that the City Watch will just consider it an open and shut case and execute
gonna
it.
hire-
Invite your joint authorities, by all means, entrust this task to us, and we will oversee full and proper justice is dispensed.
What?
Huh?
You can't just make those decisions for us. What do you
Mod-
think you are?
My dear lady, it is our responsibility as the witnesses and
My dear
participants of
lady.
this tragic event to see it through to its proper conclusion.
I'm not taking
We
orders
cannot
from a
simply
town.
abandon our responsibilities.
I chuckle at this.
I'm kind of in agreement with Tato here.
We have a certain moral obligation to the community, regardless of where our origins lie.
While you all are arguing, Nim walks over and says, "We'll do it."
God damn it.
Say, from the mouth of Selene's beloved himself.
Well, as a soldier, I really have to say this is up to the police, but I do feel we're probably the best to figure out what really happened here.
So what? Are
Well,
we going to be
definitely
private detectives? Is that what we're going to do?
Hey, we've
Azeroth,
down.
you would know that the City Watch has a bit of a reputation for just not caring about investigating anything. They'd rather just find some evidence that supports what they believe happened and execute justice.
The fun.
I'd like to make an investigation check on Kata. I want to look for any sign of magical paraphernalia.
Go for it.
Peripheral. Good luck.
Give me an Arcana check as well.
Do you share your intent or perform it?
Yes, I do.
Individually, 2 sevens, really?
All he needs is one more 7.
No, what does 1 more 7 do for him?
Triple
Jackpot.
7s.
Oh. You are not able to find anything that is magical on her.
Now that said, prior to the event, I did notice a certain magical aura about that painting. Were it not burned in the ensuing conflagration, I would recommend examining it.
Well, I recommend then that we probably shouldn't stay here if we're not going to trust the City Watch. So do you have a place we can set up to start figuring this out?
Erdun
We
will
cannot move
speak
this
up.
aura until proper medical professionals arrive.
Yeah, sadly, we gotta hand this one off. I mean, Kata, here, you're being accused of attempted murder.
Wait, I thought both husbands of both respected ladies, or was I misunderstood? Did I misunderstand that?
Kata is the one who set the Zora on
No,
fire.
no. I said I thought the husbands of both of them
Yes.
are there. Okay.
And they are arguing, or at least were one moment before.
Yeah, I know. And both basically were saying how they didn't trust the City Watch in general. One because of political reasons, the other because he just says the City Watch sucks. So they both are in agreement that we should probably not leave it to the City Guard to solve this.
It's not the City Watch in
Oh, sorry.
particular that Brom says we should wait for. It's a medical team.
No, not Brahm. I'm talking about the husbands. Those two that were arguing. Unless I completely misunderstood one of them.
Or misunderstanding you. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, then, if they both technically are saying we should be the ones, one saying we should, you know what they mean. You know what they're saying. I say that we do leave, at least to bring the one who is currently dazed in the fire, at least take her somewhere for now, while the others go for...
Zorgos refuses that. No,
Well, technically,
you
everyone
will.
at
The City Watch will handle her and execute her at dawn. Or Dune, of course. protesting this, saying that it is not in her nature to do anything even remotely like this.
Sir,
I
as one who lives in the city of Mulmaster and what magic is, for reasons of manipulation and power, limited to the use of licensed individuals, I'm certain you can understand that any magical artifact in relation to a case such as this must cast suspect upon individuals accused of the crime. And I'll tell you that painting was of arcane nature. Would you like a persuasion check for that?
I noticed the fire was a little bit extra worked on than the woman in the front. And that's a little bit consistent
You have a double
for another
persuasion? Holy
cult that
shit.
we dealt with.
Okay.
I'm aiding the persuasion, by the way.
You're good. Kind of won that hands down.
Nim will speak up. We will let the City Watch take Kata. We'll try and convince them to give us some time to investigate this.
that I can agree with, because anybody who looks at her can clearly tell she's not in the right mind. So there's something more going on. That much is obvious.
Her brain's not all here right now.
By
Yeah.
now, these Zoras should be properly
So,
settled,
yes, he is right. This doesn't seem like something she'd normally do, and there may be a third party involved. Which means we also can't let her get executed because the third part, she probably knows what that third party is.
If the Zora is settled as comfortably as he can make her, Brum will perform an Arcana check on Kata.
I suggest you guys try and gather some information from the crowd.
Oh yeah,
I guess I'll do
there is a
that.
crowd.
I guess I'll go in for well, I thought you...
Like,
well, most
This is
people
an
have this-
investigation. Get information.
I'll go out into the crowd first, I guess, and start asking questions, seeing as I'm not doing much at the moment. Hoo-ha. Should I have to roll anything for this or no?
Yes. Give me, you may choose insight, intimidation, or persuasion depending on your tactic. How you would go about it.
I will go about this in the insight. Oop.
Was there
guess-
anybody there that looked weirdly like they were looking at the homeowner as she was doing it? As if that's what they were waiting for.
Give me give me an insight.
I was
thought that
going to
would
ask a
be an
question.
investigation.
I rolled an insight just a minute. Oh well. That wasn't my question.
There is no one that seems to be acting in a way that might shed suspicion on them. As
Okay, then
Roth,
yeah. My question would be to probably whoever was close by. By chance, did anyone notice anything strange before she caught fire? I would say something along the lines of, did anything stand out to anyone in particular?
Aside from the arcane nature of the painting, which Brum has already mentioned.
Well, yeah, but that's only if people would have noticed that sort of thing. But aside from the arcaneness, yeah.
Oh, sorry, you're asking the crowd.
Yeah,
I was reading something. Apologies.
You're good. But yeah, did anyone notice anything
Asroth,
quite
give
strange?
me a history check.
Ugh. Okay.
Would you like to call a friend?
Sure.
This isn't something you can call a friend on. Unfortunately, Azeroth, you're not able to gather any information from them. I will remind you guys of the information you have gathered already prior during last session. That being that Kata was seen speaking to a Thayan man. I believe you actually gathered this, Azeroth, but his name
To
was
a what, man?
Thayan.
Yes.
For
one of the
those
guards
familiar
told me.
with the Forgotten Realms, the Red Wizards of Thay,
Ew, those guys.
yeah.
Just the sort of person that would be welcome in Mulmaster.
I don't know
Azak
anything about
Throm
them,
is the Thayan man that you... the name of the Thayan man. He was seen speaking to Kata earlier. He was not seen anywhere following the attack.
Huh.
You
I guess
also
asking about.
did uncover that Kata was directly involved in the installation of the painting, and that she had been constantly remarking about the beauty of it. Almost
She really
an
likes
obsessive
fire.
way. Anybody else going to try and actually question the crowd and such?
I'm going to. Are the employees hired there still there?
Yes.
I'm going to question them, ask them if any of them gave Kata her drink.
Alright, give me insight, intimidation, or persuasion.
I'm going to go with persuasion because that's the thing that I'm best at. I say that's the thing I'm best at. With my +5.
The only thing you're able to gather is that they do not know anyone. They do not know how she got that particular drink. They do say that there is a secret stash of high-value wines. They don't know where, but it is kept by Erdun in the Wave and Wink somewhere.
Is or was? How advanced is the conflagration?
That
Um,
is a.
The conflagration is basically consuming the entire place at this point. You can't really tell what kind of damage is going on the inside. The back halls were made of stone, so it's possible they survived.
Okay, next question. Do any of the staff know a kind of drink that could cause such a spontaneous combustion?
I'm going to
And-
say this, as it was specified, the part of the drink had spilled onto an oil lamp, and that's where it caught fire at.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It wasn't spontaneous.
Oh, okay.
As for your actual question, the rest of your question, I mean, it's kind of just about any alcoholic beverage could do something like that, especially in this day and time, where they didn't have
Okay.
limits on alcohol percentage.
Elysian would thank the staff for their input and then go over to the crowd. I was going to ask them a question, now I've just lost it. I was going to ask them, about, any
You have no
groups
more
of-
time to do so.
Oh. I was
Each
going
person is able to question once.
Oh.
Tato,
will
you
say
can
that
still
Drum
do
is-
so.
Too busy tending to the Zora. He's not going to investigate at present.
Well, you won't have time later, and the Zora is stable. But, I mean, if that's what he would do in characterly, that's fine.
Just
Elysian would go to ask Tato to ask his own questions and take over the restraining of Kata. It's Kata, right?
Yes.
I keep getting the names messed up because so it's Zora and Kata. Okay.
Zora's a title.
All right, I'll ask around. Did it look like anybody was casting any spells at any point in time?
No, no one was casting any spells. Do give me an insight investigation, or insight intimidation or persuasion check, though.
You better tell me, because a noble was almost killed. And
Clearly,
that's
they
bad.
cared deeply about their nobles.
Nobody cares.
Also, many of them might be too busy staring at your Theus to actually come up with any reasonable argument.
Staring at my what?
Big muscular arms, my lady.
Oh yeah, Flex. Hey look, I'm Flexiel.
Uh,
You
Don't
hear a
do
rip
product
from your
placement,
top.
Dark
What'd you say?
You ripped your top.
Uh,
I'm sorry, Zale voice. More like I would recommend you cover that up. And he will cast Mending on the. Yes.
Yes.
On the yes.
On the yes.
Okay, on the dress then. My top.
Alright, it is repaired.
Yay! Thank you.
At this point, the City Watch do show up. Erdun would pull you aside, Tato, saying that he'll offer 50 gold pieces for evidence that might exonerate his wife, or at least save her from execution.
I'll do my best.
Zorgos pulls aside Azeroth, promising 100 gold pieces if you find...
Blue Dude is back now, actually.
What?
He disconnected briefly.
Back.
Oh, is he in voice now?
Yes, he was not when he started, though. So
Oh.
begin again.
You are pulled aside by Zorgos, Azeroth.
Hmm.
He's offering 100 gold pieces in order to find whoever is behind the attack and, I quote, deal with them like the dogs they are.
True, but we'd have to actually bring them in too to prove innocence.
He
But-
kind of hesitates on that and just shakes his head.
I see.
It's clear to you that he expects you to just put his enemies to death.
Sorry, that's not how the real world works.
You're not involved in this,
Actually,
Tato.
Mulmaster, it often is.
That is how
Well,
this
I do
world
recall
works.
that one of the leading authorities in this city is the Church of Bane.
Pain. Anyways, sorry, let me let down all the way. There we go. Okay then. Well then, if you really want us to just take care of your problems for you, how about you add another 25 to that 100? 125.
Give me a persuasion check.
Haha. Oh, give me a second.
150.
Persuasion.
I'll be right back.
He frowns and hesitates for a moment.
You really wish us
that
to
will be acceptable. Just to get it done.
I'll be sure to bring you a memento. Hey guys. I guess we'll shake on it and call it a day. Let me stop.
We will
Uh-oh.
wait for Tito to come back.
Okay.
In the meantime, hello everybody. How's the chat doing this evening?
I'm disconnected from it. I can't tell you.
They're getting to listen to Elysian's inner monologue.
Oh God. Those poor unfortunate souls.
This dress is too tight.
I am all right, Lady Divine. Sorry, a lady formerly known as Corrupt Knight, now known as Divine Knight once more.
The artist formerly known as, now known as.
Well, I kind of
Nobody-
corrupted her with my evil ways during War for the Overworld.
It's a Shenzi!
Shenzi.
Hi.
Did you win? Please tell me you won.
Yes, finally. That's like
What?
the third or fourth attempt.
Wait, what were you doing?
Uladar? Uladare?
What game?
I was doing a raid in WoW.
Oh, good lord.
Is it Uladir or Uladar? I
Um,
forgot.
It was actually Blackwing Descent because I'm on a Cataclysm server.
Oh, okay.
Yay. I just cut us a deal.
I could solo that raid probably now.
Yeah, by now I'm sure, but you know, not back in Cataclysm.
So to briefly go over what we've done, we managed to douse the fire that was on the Zora, take her and the not quite responsive instigator of the flames, Kata, out of the building. Ms. Proudhoof guided everyone in the crowd out safely. No trampling, which was quite impressive. And we've been questioning the crowd whilst being offered bribes by the husbands of both ladies while we wait for the guards to arrive.
Oh, I didn't know someone tried to get paid off by the other person.
You
They
would
tried
gone
to
for
pay
that.
you off to go kill whoever did this to his
Oh,
wife.
he made it sound like both husbands were trying to pay us off to do something. I'm sorry.
They
They
are.
are.
One is trying to pay us off to exonerate his wife from attacking the other wife, and the other one's trying to pay us off to kill whoever made the other wife attack the other wife.
Oh, well, and I missed both of those parts, mind you, because I only got the part about,
One of them was directly.
I heard the one directed to me, but the other one I did not hear of at all. I told you, I disconnected.
Okay.
How'd you forget that fact?
Uh,
Well, then darn, I would have been a little more hesitant to go into that after knowing that.
At the
So
same
wait, who did
time,
the-
in characterly, you don't necessarily know about this.
You win that argument.
Tato was pulled aside individually.
So, guards.
The guards have arrived. A lot of the crowd at this point is dispersing, most of them not wanting to, spend their evening dealing with the City Watch. In fact, pretty much all of them have. The only real ones are a couple of lingerers, as well as, Erdun and the Zors and such. The City Watch do take custody of Kata. Erdun is protesting quite a bit.
As any old grumpy person would.
This is you
Yeah.
guys.
He would go over to Erdun and go like, I promise we'll bring the true culprits to light and keep her from facing any charges.
That's if she lives that long.
One problem at a time.
Should I try to pull a connection with the
The patrol's leader does order that the Wave and Wink be closed until the matter is resolved. The whole place is cleared out at this point. He does assure Zorgos that Kata will be executed with the dawn.
So, closes down place that's already on fire.
At this point, the fire, the chain of buckets basically has dealt with the fire.
Okay.
The place is a mess.
Brom will confront the guard captain, was it?
The
Who was
patrol
promising
leader,
that
at
dawn.
least.
Patrol leader, thank you.
Mhm.
Now, I must protest this unlawful action. There is definite evidence of arcane tampering, which must be taken into account before full blame can be applied for this attack. I'll request a proper investigation to be taken into the matter.
He seems very annoyed by this. Give me a
We have had a
persuasion
request
check.
on all persons to undertake this investigation ourselves. If you are willing to forego an immediate execution, we will gather what evidence we may and present it to you in a full court of law.
Give me a persuasion check.
21.
Jeez.
Mhm. You had to get the guy with double persuasion.
The
Double
leader,
persuasion and a charisma of +5.
Yeah.
Ugh.
the patrol leader sighs, clearly annoyed, but he promises to postpone her fate for 2 days.
Okay, good. We have 2 days.
More than most. Probably the best we'll get in this legal system.
Brum, who is still Zale, thanks him and moves to assist in whatever group are taking the Zora to a place where she can be treated more properly.
The city watch gather her up carefully and escort her under the watchful gaze of Zorgos.
He will quietly mention to Zorgos that it would be best if he or some of his guards remained with the Zora until such time as she is fully recovered, just in case a further attempt is made on her life.
I plan to do so already.
Okay, then. So, start the investigation. We should probably look over the ruins of the place, but
2 of the city watch guard were left behind to prevent people from snooping in the building.
I guess. Should I try to use my status?
Better
we
idea.
can try that. I'm getting in there either way.
Do you express your interest in exploring the remains of the building?
Yes.
26 on a performance check to distract them.
Anything I should roll to get in there, or what? Or just walk through the front door, I suppose, huh?
You are... It's less of a performance than just annoying the hell out of them.
I
But
was
their
trying
attention-
to be polite. This is a family-friendly stream.
The guards are focused on Brum, yes.
Using the opportunity, Elysian would drag Azeroth into the building then, quickly before the guards noticed.
I'll go
entry-
and ride with them. Sorry.
Most of the building is basically charred remains. The outer wall, basically the building was designed where the outside of it is stone, whereas the inside was lined with wood. The wood is all pretty much just charred remains. It is extremely hot in here, even still, after the fires died down. I mean, it's only been about 15 minutes or so.
Best time to investigate.
Give me Constitution saving throws, both of you.
Oh, god damn it. Oh, yeah. I have
Oh, we never did
disadvantage.
resolve Healing Elysium.
Yeah,
Well,
I actually
that's-
still need my heals.
That's your problem.
I assume we had at least a minute in the aftermath before the guards arrived.
Alright, Azeroth can heal him.
No need. I've got this, actually.
Wait, what?
Brum will use Healing Spirit. Cast at level 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yay?
Just do the healing.
What do
Trust
I
me,
roll?
he's fully healed.
Okay.
We're talking a significant period of healing. I'll drop them on him just to be sure, but he's healed.
Alright. Azeroth, I asked for a Constitution saving throw, please.
Sorry. Fuck. Constitution. Before I forget. Bam. Hello. You saw that, right?
Oh, yeah. You
There, Healing
take
Spirit used up.
4 more points of damage. This from smoke inhalation.
That's awesome. Okay. There you go. Up to 10 now.
You also now have a level of exhaustion. Just remember that. So what are you doing inside the building?
Oh, the first thing I want to go look at is the actual scene where the fire started. Is the balcony, the painting, and anything still up there?
The balcony has collapsed.
Are we able to see the painting from here?
No. The entire balcony is just... It's in ruined shambles on the ground underneath where it was.
I guess the stairway is out of the question too then.
It is.
Could
And this place is
I-
way too... Go ahead.
I want to climb it, but I have a feeling that the heat might be a bit much for climbing.
It's still a lot of embers and such.
I have another idea, though. Could Azeroth possibly throw me up to actually see the painting?
Elysian, the entire thing is gone.
Oh. Oh.
Please listen to
Oh,
what I'm saying.
My mic was turned off.
Jeez.
I thought...
Yeah, there is no painting up there. There's really nothing much to see here. It'd be really hard to gather evidence of that specific scene. And
Sorry.
you could always try still. Oh, we would have to have anyone good with arcane? Let's see.
Tato would
Distracted
like
presently,
to.
but maybe a Shenzhen.
Guys, would you let Tato talk, please?
Go ahead.
Tato would like to investigate the personal chambers of the owner.
All right. You're not sure where they are.
Well, then I'll just investigate the living rooms. Or not the living rooms, the bedrooms.
There are no bedrooms. This is a place of business.
Oh.
There is a thing we could investigate, though.
The
We
office.
need to find it, though. I was going to say that secret wine stash through the back halls that were stone.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do that. I'm gonna look for that.
All right. You go.
I rolled a 4.
You head into the back halls. There's a door leading into the kitchen, and that's really about it. There's a
Wow.
door
We said it was secret.
opening. There is a door opening into the back alley there. Yes, I did.
I'd like to look for any irregular stones in the walls, anything that might look like a lever.
Give me an
I'm sorry, quick-
investigation check.
I should probably do that.
Yeah. I could
Elysian,
aid you.
you're over on the stairs
Oh.
and balcony.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, I'll wait for Elysian.
Yeah, because that was the next place I was going to go to. Well,
I'll be like, hey, Elysian, check this out. And he'll
Yeah,
roll
aid.
investigation.
Alright.
I'll roll an aid.
You
and-
cannot aid him with this.
Oh.
Oh.
I was gonna ask
Well,
something though.
What's up?
Yes.
In regards to, do we know where the God, what's that person called? The guy that was suspicious. Do we know where he was standing with the lady before they disappeared?
You do not know where he met with her at. No.
Okay.
Elysian, you are not able to find anything.
I don't think it's here.
Darn, our first dead end already. Is there anything else we remember about the party is there anything else we can remember about the party per se, involving the people that are in it? Well, involving our strange characters.
Strange.
How to put it? I mean, do we? Okay, out of the people that are, the victim, the suspect, and the questionable, mysterious person that she met with. I mean, if it was kind of, set up or something like that, you'd be able to at least be able to tell where they were. I mean,
You don't know where they were. The Thayan was not seen since earlier this morning.
okay. What about the God, I even typed her name in here, and that's right, I disconnected. Fuck. The woman who is accused of doing it. We know where she was, at least in the party, or in the hall before, and after.
She was on the balcony. You saw her there.
Oh well, I guess.
I was going to take a peek into the kitchen.
Okay, what are you looking for in there? It's a standard kitchen.
Everything survived.
Yes, it was untouched by the fire
Okay.
because it's made
The
of
stone hallway. Okay.
Anyway.
No. I'm going to say that I don't think there is actually anything here. The main thing I wanted to do was see if the painting survives, but it clearly didn't.
Yeah.
So, on to the next goal is figuring out where this Thayman Azik Throng is.
Is the party done searching the ruins?
Yeah, but Elysian would also direct them outside through the back way so that they don't have to go back through the guards.
Do you, I assume, circle back and retrieve
Yeah.
from who is still there? You find him talking to the guards. Truly wish you could have seen it. It was an astoundingly beautiful rendition, if somewhat unorthodox given the four-footed nature of the dancer in question.
What?
Zale, time to go.
I must. Oh no! Right, that's me. Until next time, gentlemen. Please keep up the good work.
One of the guards shoots Elysian a grateful look.
Elysian just gives him a smile and a little bit of a wave as he take the person.
And so,
He'd remark to Brum, Zale doesn't talk that much, right?
he doesn't.
No, No, no.
That's
Rather, he
unfortunate.
doesn't go on and on for hours.
No, that's right. The lady cat lilies did mention that I shouldn't talk unless I had something mean to say. I'll remember that next time. Yes, I will.
Good.
So, for purposes of thematics and theatrics, the healing that was done there was all performed by a ghostly image of an elven lady that occupied the same square as each of you. A literal
Okay.
healing spirit.
Yay.
I didn't mean to bring that up, Zim, as we were discussing things, but I was distracted. I apologize.
Damn right,
fine.
you're sorry.
Okay, so
Fine, if you want, you can take your damage back.
I am missing the name of the artist from my notes because I think we should be tracking the artist down too.
Oh yeah, that's a very good idea.
So, does anybody have the artist's name?
Not me. We could always try and look for a watermark
Shenzi?
or a signature.
Oh,
something
yes,
in the
yes.
artwork.
Let's go look up for a watermark on the burned painting that's no longer there, on the collapsed balcony that we can no longer access.
Andrik is the name I have listed. Whether that's right or not, I'm not certain.
Oh,
Close
Is
enough.
correct.
Oh, good. Okay, so we have that. Shenzi's been quiet.
Sorry, Shenzi's dealing with a lot of stuff right now.
Okay.
Like her missing best friend.
That too.
The feels, man.
And what has Lady Kep been doing while we were investigating?
You have not seen her since the fire started.
That is unfortunate.
That's actually also a good point. We should probably go find Lady Kep. So we can either go find the artist, find Azric Thong, which I recommend doing first, or find Lady Kep, which I also recommend doing first. Because I'm pretty sure the artist isn't currently in the city. Azric might leave before we can catch him, and Kep will probably still be here, so I'm going to say we should go find Azric Throng.
okay.
Problem is that we need to find information, and I don't actually know where we should start with that.
Oh,
Where would
didn't one of the guards technically say that he saw them talking, and that's how I knew about it?
Yeah, but where's the guard now?
that and the fact that Azric is probably on his way out if he hasn't already fled the city.
He has no reason to flee right away. I mean, it was almost a perfect.
That is true. I think we'll have to count on his hubris keeping him here.
Nim will suggest
Right.
that perhaps we go rest for the night and pick it up in the morning.
But
We've only been at this for like 15 minutes, though.
You've been awake all day. It's currently getting into, about 2 or 3 a.m.
Not to mention you're sooty and grimy, and your dress could really use some dry cleaning right
Elysian
now.
would raise
And
a...
several of you have exhaustion points, which will make you pretty well useless on an actual investigation. Though that's more of an
Elysian would
out-of-character
raise
thing.
his hand to protest and then go, okay, fine. Where's Jester in the mansion?
Well, Jester doesn't pull the mansion, it pulls itself. It's magical. But, that said, the mansion is parked on the other side of the street from the Wave and Wink.
Good. Let's go get rest then.
Alright.
Can't wait to go home and have a fish.
Out of character, I will bring something up. Brum, who is Zale, has not been invited in.
Oh yeah. You were
Nim
of course,
will-
invited to our super special awesome house.
Nim will invite him.
No. So, it's most kind of you, my good servant of Selenai. I was actually going to go look for an inn room. However, this will prove much more convenient in the face of our investigations.
Sure. You can just use, Zale's room, I guess.
Well, it should be noted he has never actually stayed in.
Yeah, that's true.
So is it really Zale's room, or is it just the empty room?
It's the room designed for Zale specifically.
Oh,
Which I don't
Tatum would
remember
check out
what
this room.
design I made it, so I'll leave that up to you.
Probably resembles just a room at a less reputable inn, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Why less
With an
reputable?
out
I
of
thought
place,
this wasn't
very comfortable bed.
I was about to say, this
A very
place is
tall
super
bed
luscious
with
mansion,
deep
man.
cushion and a circular ring around the outside. The type of cat could curl up in and just be all cozy.
I figured you'd have like a poison workstation in here.
Well, there's a table, of course. But Zale takes his poisoner's kit with... I mean, why would he have a poisoner's kit?
I mean, why would he?
So, sleeping. Sleeping is good.
Mm-mm-mm. Yeah.
Sleeping is very good. Gives me
Yeah.
a chance to clean the dress of holding and put it away.
So Lysian, you're back to male. Tato, the effects
Yep.
of your potion wear off.
I'm a guy again, guys.
And you're no longer swole.
No.
No
That's
longer
okay.
too swole.
No buff gals.
That's okay. My girlfriend loved it.
Speaking of your girlfriend,
You were lesbians.
Actually, not technically. Certain portions of the anatomy did not change.
Oh, but he just said he changed form back from a female to a male.
only from the waist up was female.
Oh.
So you were okay.
And the
Okay.
waist down was still scrawny old Tato.
Oh, good thing you were wearing a dress, because then that would have looked really fun.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it would have looked...
It looked like I had, like, I'm sorry. It looked like I had always skipped leg day.
It would have looked like Baby Deathpool.
Oh god!
God.
Baby, what?
Deadpool?
Baby Deadpool.
The little Deadpool body with the
When he got his... where he got literally his waist down chopped off.
Here's what comes to mind for me.
Oh my god. That was-
Anchor arms from SpongeBob is what comes to mind for me.
Oh god, I gotta find an image of it now just for you. I'm sorry, I got to. It's
With the
No,
little
no,
bare
no,
baby
no,
butt that they
no.
put in.
Don't find an image of it. No.
yeah, it's fine.
Moving on.
Please.
Brum?
Moving on. Moving on.
You are still Zale.
So noted, and that is a damned impressive glamour, if so.
Well, you're talking about the Lady Kep of Lilies. She, could turn you into actually Zale if she wanted.
There are fates worse than death. So noted.
Oh, come on. Is being another person really so bad?
Zale is so bad.
He is bad.
So what are you all
Ultimately,
doing in
Real
the
Zale
morning?
has one huge advantage. He can change his appearance away from Real Zale.
Also, Shenzi, are you going to get in Fantasy Grounds?
Aren't I? Oh, I just didn't select my character. I've been sitting in Fantasy Grounds this whole time and just didn't select Shenzi.
I couldn't see if you actually ever connected, and so...
Yeah, Yep, I was just derped.
Alright. So is anybody doing anything in particular in the morning? Before, going down to the
Exploring.
mess hall for food?
I'll get
Getting a little
dressed in
bit
my
more
armor.
practice with my pole arm, yes. Other than that, no.
One of the servants they come around to each room, waking you up at the same time.
They probably find Brom's empty, I would assume.
Why? Where's Brum?
Exploring.
The mansion or outside of it?
The mansion.
Well, Brum will come across a particular room. The air is moist and warm, and there is a simply stunning creature in there. Give me a wisdom saving throw. Brum
Could you
has...
describe this creature to me?
It's the incubus.
Keep in mind, I haven't actually seen this episode, so...
Oh, yeah. Inside of the mansion, there is an incubus that works the spa. And he appears in whatever form is most pleasing to the those that enter.
By the way, Tato, check the team chat. I mean, our chat.
We
So,
will go
for
ahead
Brom,
and...
does it appear to be a wrapped audience? Because that would be really awesome.
Just one, yes. Brum is currently distracted, and we'll move past this. We will leave it to the audience's imagination. Oh my god.
Natural 20 on. I have no words. We're done. Move on.
Well,
Oh, wait, you looked at the thing?
I didn't.
Look at this. Tato, look at this.
Tato, would you just go look at it so he doesn't...
And I'll share it in the group thingy. Well, no, I don't want... That's a YouTube.
No, just... We're not going to share anything from Deadpool.
I was going to say,
It's so
like,
appropriate,
Oh my
though.
god, my headset!
right now we have to listen to this for 5 minutes.
I'm sorry, but it's appropriate. It's...
There's a rule, let's not make Tato die laughing in the middle of the session if we can avoid it.
Oh, I thought that was a rule in opposition. We all
Yeah, it is.
die.
You're supposed to make me die laughing. That's a death I want to have.
Anyways. You can never unsee it now, and that's how you looked on the lower end. Good luck.
So hopefully somebody retrieves Brum when it's time for breakfast.
I guess I'll go retrieve him, seeing as he's probably lost.
Pick him up for me.
Azeroth, you walk into the spa looking for Brum. And you know what, Zale, Brum, I'm going to let you describe the scene.
Well, if it takes the image or the format he would find most relaxing in this case, it would likely be that of an elder elven individual. Leave it audience's choice, male or female. And they are seated on whatever benches or stools occupy the space, and Brum is just speaking in this fluid, crystalline language, which I don't think any of you actually speak.
Nope!
Actually, let me check. If it'll
Also,
let
wait,
me.
do I know what this room does, or do I not know what it does?
Well, you know that this is the spa. I mean, there's a pool, a very comfortable pool with heated
do I know it
water,
makes-
everything.
I
You
know it
know
makes
about the
some tenants or whatever?
incubus.
Okay. then haha, seeing a random person here is
I mean, this particular incubus, it doesn't have to be sexual, you know? It can just be he's there to help you relax. However that might mean. For Brum, it just happens to be, you know, a rapt audience, and for him to just ramble on and on and on and on.
ramble on in Elven language? What? How many languages does Brom know? Never mind.
All of them.
God damn. Okay.
Technically possible given his spell list, but he only knows 3 off the top of his head.
You are the only one that knows that, Brum.
It amuses me to post it.
I know 6.
Oh yeah, aren't you the one that also knows a lot of languages? I used to have a spell that would let me understand a new language, but I didn't put it on. So whatever. Anyways.
Brum, not that you need it,
him
but...
and invite him to foods. Brum will bow formally to his audience of 1 and depart with you after another short phrase in the same language.
Pretty much. Okay.
Brum, you do have advantage on performance checks for the day.
Yay!
Not that you really need it, but, you know.
Not that you needed it.
It's just... that's what you got.
Good job. I'm curious, what language was that, though, that you were speaking with them?
Oh, still Zale. The ancient and honourable language of the elves. Very similar to the Sylvan that many of our affiliations speak, but it's somehow not quite so close to nature. A little bit more of the civilized intonations. I always spent quite a bit of time in my younger years amongst an elven settlement. Elventree, perhaps you've heard of it.
Just to let you know, we're walking and talking at the same time. I'm not an idiot.
In the food hall, you do find the Lady Kep of Lilies seated at the table.
My lady.
Everyone is gathered there at this point, I would assume.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
She is seated in a chair, sipping some tea. She remarks, "You know, this is quite a magnificent mansion you have."
Wait, someone invite her?
I don't think she needs an invite to get in here.
You know what? You're right.
That's why I'm not questioning it. Hi, Lady Cat.
I had to think for a moment. Hey, character does that too.
Your character thinks?
Well, there are some things that are automated actions, such as attack and or let's heal and then attack. But yeah.
Huh. I'm just trying to wrap my head around the fact that he thinks at all.
Planning is a thing before you attack. You have to be somewhat tactile.
You mean tactical?
Hey, you asked.
Anyways, you guys want to sit down, order your food, and, you know...
Oh yeah. Already sitting down. Already ordered.
I ate fish.
I asked for the most bestest of meats and some veggies.
The most bestest of meats and some veggies, I guess.
Well, some veggies. You gotta balance out.
It should be noted that when he arose in the morning, Brum invited an additional guest into the house.
How can he
A
guest?
very large mastiff is sitting at the table next to Brum.
How could he invite guests when he's a guest himself? Doesn't that... Or am I misunderstanding a clause in this house?
It's like we gave him the base codes.
Basically, you gave him the Wi-Fi password and he passed it on.
God damn.
I mean, technically, it's not like the mansion is locked or anything.
The invitation comment was because Brum wouldn't have house crashed.
Yeah.
And that was an out of character thing to get you people to get him inside. Brum is having a lovely breakfast of honey drizzled fruit, and the Mastiff is eating some sort of grain kernel.
Does your Mastiff friend talk like our friend?
No, not typically, unless I enact a spell for that. Everybody enamored to introduce Gordon. He is my close friend and associate. Long time companion for a very dusty road.
He looks like a good boy.
Oh,
Oh
yes.
yeah, Gordon is a wonderful boy, isn't he? Yes, he is. Gordon will actually offer his paw to shake.
Oh, Tato shakes it.
Does he speak like our four-legged companion?
I just asked that. The answer is
Oh.
no.
Sorry. I meant, well, okay, I don't want to say how smart he is. God damn it. How's a polite way to ask this question?
The lady kept
How
will
well
speak
trained-
up. Oh, yes, I suppose this will no longer be required. And she removes the disguise from Brum.
Hi, Brum.
I...
Oh my god, you're cute!
Keep in mind that Brum hasn't seen Tato or Elysian as a male yet.
I was going to bring that up, actually. My dear, I'm sorry, I am unaware of your name. Is your sister Ellie about?
Your sister Ellie.
Yes, she is. Hi.
Hello to you as well. I am Brum Rott-son. It is a pleasure to meet you, sir.
We've already met.
I'm laughing at this point really hard on the other side of the table.
You're so
Oh.
small, yet you have such a deep
I would
voice.
imagine that I would remember meeting you if I had. Are you certain? Your particular species is not common. Was it sometime in some years ago?
So you
I
know
did
the
run into
dress
one.
Ellie was wearing yesterday?
Oh, yes, it was a most elegant.
When
dress.
I put on
complimented her
that
on
dress, I become Ellie.
Are you telling me that you actually have an alter ego? Intriguing.
Actually, I never thought of it that way, but yes, I guess I do now.
You are a
And
most
I-
intriguing
we're-
and eclectic group of individuals. It will be an interesting tale to relay someday. Am I to presume then that you, sir, are also the very robust madame that accompanied us last evening as well?
Are you talking to me?
That was directed to Tato, yes.
Yes, that was me, and it was because I got sold a potion, but I thought it was cologne. I still have some. There, check it out.
Ooh, actually, I will, not a Dracona. This is somewhat beyond my normal abilities. Far from my area of expertise. I would recommend caution in further use if it had that particular side effect.
Yeah, it just turns the top half of you into a woman and really, really strong. I think I might use it again.
Suppose there might be such an advantage.
That's actually just because of where you put it. If you ingested it, the entire body would have changed.
Yeah, but I don't need the entire body to change. Just my top half.
All right, baby legs.
I can never unsee it.
Maybe we should commission a pic of it.
Oh god. I don't think anyone's ready for that.
The internet's not ready. You're right. They'd probably just make a bunch of Rule 34 of it anyway.
Well, now that reintroductions are out of the way, may I recommend that we turn our discourse to the upcoming investigation. By my reckoning, we have at most just under 2 days before an unfortunate lady is perhaps wrongly accused and executed for a crime which I am not convinced that she perpetuated.
Yeah, she did look extremely whacked out.
I would happen to agree. I don't think she was of right mind when all this went down.
Like, you don't think that was a ruse, do you?
The theme of fire was pretty strong with it.
Yeah, she was just staring at the flames too, like,
What
like
chance
she
was there?
was.
Lady Cap.
The lights were on, but nobody was home, or the candles
Yeah.
were on, I should say.
Lady Cap,
Yes.
do you know of any groups obsessed with fire or beauty that operate near here?
Fire.
I believe you've already had experience with a couple.
Well, I remember one a long time ago, but I didn't think that they operated near Mulmaster, did they?
You literally encountered them in Mulmaster.
Oh.
Don't you remember ravioli?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's known as
guess
the Cult of the Eternal Flame.
Them again.
Yeah. Well, that's one of our leads.
Let's go to where we killed them before.
Later.
I do not believe that will be of use.
Okay.
Oh.
That's a good point, Anir. Elysian, you do still have those stickers on your face.
Wait, they're a physical thing that other people could see.
Yes.
We
Except
all
when you
thought
were,
we really
Ellie.
loved the party.
Except when you were Ellie.
Elysian puts his hand up to his face and feels the stickers still on there.
Yeah, they're still there.
He'd start peeling them off.
Here, I'll get one. Tato would
Give
just
me a strength
grab
check.
one of the stickers. Okay, me?
Both of you give me strength
Oh,
checks.
God.
No!
Yes.
Don't pull it off, please.
Yes!
I would say. Nah.
Rip!
Tato
Yes.
and Elysian. Elysian, give me a... We're gonna say a Constitution saving throw.
No.
You manage to hold back a loud yelp as Tato rips off the sticker along with a large patch of your fur.
LOL.
I didn't mean to do that! I didn't mean to do that!
So we call that the unbeautifier.
I don't think it... I don't think there's any other way, but I'd rather have no fur than to...
Why did it take so much off? What kind of adhesive?
Magical
I
and
don't
or
know.
Ethereal adhesive.
May I offer an Arcana check to determine if there is a magical influence holding these stickers on?
There is
Elysian's just
one that is not of this world.
Elysian's just rubbing his missing fur.
You now have a bald patch on your cheek in the shape of a star.
At least it matches my theme.
At least it's a JoJo reference.
Shaking my head.
Great. Now we're going to have to deal vampires, and my head's going to get cut off. Somebody's going to hop on my body, and
Please don't give him too many ideas now.
Oh, those are quite fun ones, though.
yeah, well, you already have the fun one in the fact of there's a demon Elysian running around out there somewhere.
You're the fun one.
Well, most of you
And
do have a
Rott-son-
demon form, yeah.
Brum doesn't. That I'm aware of.
I don't have a demon form. I had like demon armor though.
No, you have a
there's
demon form.
Yeah. Remember, we never actually killed our demon selves of the part of souls that we lost in Mulmaster. Was it Mulmaster? Or
Holberg.
Holberg.
With the king and
Wait, we killed
copper.
Sales.
Yeah, you killed Zales and you killed Nims. The
Didn't we
others
kill
are
mine
still
too?
at large.
Nope, we only ever found 2 of them,
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
which was a wonderful case in his defense against the so-called attempted assassination.
I bet
Yeah,
I
great
win a
job.
clean match.
Anyways, I'll deal with the sticker later. We have a bit more pressing matters to attend to now. Is there any advice you can give to us, Lady Cap?
You should begin your investigation.
By chance,
The-
does Lady Cat-
There are a few places I would recommend starting. Perhaps the Thayan Embassy. After one Azak Throm. He is... yes, Anir. Elysium still has 2 stickers.
Which I'm going to rip off after this.
Azak Throm, you should start at the Thayan Embassy. The artist's home, Andric. He is... I would not be able to say exactly where his home is. But I do know that it is in a less reputable part of town.
And it will be up to us to locate it. Your assistance thus far has been greatly appreciated, my Lady Cap.
Thank you very much, Cap.
Cap, how's
Lady
Zale?
Cap, I'm sorry. Need to use manners. We're not friends, are we?
Yeah.
Well,
She only
Kinda.
smiles.
acquaintances, that's the word I'm looking
And
for.
the smile kind of sends a small shiver down your spine.
Did shiver. Acquaintances, Lady Cap.
Meanwhile, I just say, Cap, how's Zale?
Zale is doing fine. He is recovering, although slowly.
Okay, we'll give the silent thumbs up, turn around, walk away. He already ate. He ate fish in the tub.
Alright, well. She will make a comment about the interesting decorations you have, Elysian, before she disappears.
I wonder if that was a setup to something.
So where are you? What are you doing now? You have finished
My
breakfast
morning
at this
stretch.
point.
We
Kid
got
is
what?
going to do his morning stretch.
So
Are you
we've
skipping
got
leg
the-
day this time?
Get my head.
I'm doing squats.
You're only making it worse.
Squart. And then let's go and finish our breakfast and eat. Then investigate the artist.
All right.
Okay, so I personally vote we should go to the embassy first, but we can also go to the artist's house.
It should be noted that we do not currently know the location of the artist's house.
I'm sure we
Perhaps
could find
whilst
it.
at the aforementioned embassy, we might discern some clues as to its location, or if not, certain other locations nearby might offer a means of research.
Oh, I thought the artist was the Thayan. God.
No, their names are phonetically similar. I can see how that could be confusing. The artist's name, as I recall, was Andrik, whilst the Thayan was Osric, I believe.
Andrik and Osric. Any
Zach.
chance that they're brothers?
It's Andrik and Azak.
Oh, Azak.
Hey, Zach, I will fix that in my notes. Not sure where the R came from. Brum will
Hey,
bring Gordon
Zach.
with him.
Do we have anyone named Zach in the stream?
I don't think so. Come on, guys, figure out what you're doing.
I gave us our options. I'm
Oh, yeah.
going for the embassy.
Let's check out that
Embassy.
embassy.
The question should be asked, do we know where the embassy is?
The
It
lady
is a major
Cap
building.
left you with directions to it.
But
There we
say,
go,
this-
embassy first. Proceeding
embassy
in that
isn't-
direction.
Go
embassies are
ahead.
important buildings anyways. Anyone should be able to really point us in the direction.
Except it's a very large city, so it might have required some investigation checks to find it if we had not been given directions.
They may be
She'll
important
mark it on our
buildings,
map.
but not everyone knows where it is.
Hmm.
And yes, there is a marker on your map, and you just instinctively know it's in the northeast direction somehow. You're not sure how, but you just have this compass. It's just, you could almost see it right up at the top of your vision, and there's just this marker pointing in that direction.
Should be noted that, despite his small stature, Brum somehow manages to keep a little bit ahead of most of you, and he doesn't stop talking.
Well, let's hear you
Has he
talk.
stopped talking at all the entire time we've known him? Has he actually closed his mouth long enough for it to be considered silence?
For 4 hours last night, while he slept.
You snore. You snore a lot.
Brum, give me a percentile roll, high or low.
I think Brum deserves a low.
You do snore. Very loud. Loud enough it was actually, the door to your room was actually rattling.
I must say I'm not accustomed to sleeping on beds that soft. A small mound of earth or grass is my typical abode of an evening.
What are you again?
I'm a squirrel, can't you tell?
Mm-hmm. It's pretty real.
Oh, I thought you were a Nim.
Oh, God, no. The Nim are powerful beings, Lady Cat obviously being one of them. However, they are restricted in the actions they might perform, which is why I believe my assistance was requested by the Lady Cat in this matter, which I will admit has grown significantly beyond the proportions I initially expected.
Yeah, I got nothing. Shall we go?
Okay.
Yes, we shall. Let's get the investigation. We have a time limit.
Yep. Time's up.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I believe it is currently dawn of the second day at present.
No, it's dawn of the first day. Dawn of the second day is tomorrow.
No, This is the second day that this has been going on. It's just
Oh,
you
okay.
skipped the dawn of the first day because it hadn't actually happened quite yet. You know, it's like events that happen. Anyways, you arrive at the Thane Embassy. There are 2 guards standing out front, barring access to the embassy itself.
Brum happily and guilelessly walks up to them.
Excuse me, good sirs. I am seeking a certain individual who has been known to frequent your building. One Isaac.
Does anybody have his last name? It's in my notes,
Throm.
but I don't have it. Throng.
One Isaac Throng.
Throng.
Is he present
Throng.
at the moment?
He is not here.
Could you tell me when he is expected back?
No.
Or where he is?
No, you are unaware of when he is likely to return, or no, you are unable to tell me.
I cannot tell you.
None shall see me. Though my
Is there someone
battle
to whom I could speak that would have the authority to offer me this information?
What?
I'll do that in a bit, Lady Divine.
I feel fear.
You should feel terror.
You have an appointment?
Not presently. Could I perhaps set one up? Sometime this afternoon would be ideal, actually.
Let me get the scribe.
Most
One of
helpful,
the-
sir. Appreciated.
One of the guards goes into the building. There is a small yard in front of it. The entire thing is walled off. The other guard moves over into the middle of the gate, holding, barring entry. While
Brum would like to covertly cast a spell. Can I give you a performance check to disguise it as aimless humming?
I would. Is it only somatic components? Or sorry,
He's a
verbal.
bard. Oh, take a look at the spell. Let me check. They are verbal and somatic. But I
Then
can give you
I
sleight
will
of hand
need-
to disguise the somatic.
Yeah, I'll need one of each.
Really? With advantage, I rolled a 6. And dropped a 6. There you go.
What spell are you attempting to cast?
Detect magic as a ritual.
Let me.
None shall see me. Though my battle cry may give me away.
Let's see if Anir is giving you a reroll on one of those.
Okay. I'll take it. Let me roll the sleight of hand as it was the lower of the two. I'm doing great.
Yeah, that's not very good. The guard looks down at you. What are you attempting to cast?
Nothing but a minor
Elysian would.
Hang on, Elysian. Let him
Persuasion
speak first.
and... See, that requires concentration, so I can't actually cast a different spell, but persuasion to disarm his suspicions. And let me see what other
I
skills
would say
have
that's
to
a
disarm.
deception.
Point. So let me see what he gets for the deception, and I will base his actions on that result.
Why, simply a minor cantrip which allows me to maintain my impetuous appearance.
And now to see if he believes you. No, you were not.
Sir, are you impugning my honor?
Should I contact the city watch and let them decide?
It will not be necessary. If it bothers you, then I will simply cease.
He gives a curt nod.
Brum continues to hum,
He is
but he is no longer casting a spell.
staring at you suspiciously. Elysium, what were you going to say?
I was going to step in front and try and distract the guard really quick, but I guess that's no longer necessary.
Guys, do remember we have a chat. So if one person's talking, you can type in the chat.
Oh, okay. The other thing I was going to do was go take a peek around that wall, see if there's anybody watching any of the other sides out of view of the guard.
Are you going to disguise this, or...
What do you mean by disguise?
Are you using stealth, or are you being obvious about it?
I'm going kind of doing it stealthily, like just pretend I'm wandering off.
That is actually a valid use of stealth, to blend or
Yeah.
assume or appear unassuming. It doesn't just mean sneaking in shadows. So
Yeah, I'm going to appear unassuming as I go and expect the other sides of that wall.
Holy crap, this guy is rolling well.
I'm gonna just
God
lean against
damn
the
it.
tree and wait.
A 19, 18, 19.
well, he
Uh,
is a guard on an embassy in a potentially hostile country, so one would hope.
And where are you going?
Oh, me? I was getting thirsty, so I was going to go and grab a drink at one of the bars.
There's one right there. He points across the plaza directly in front.
Between you and me, that bar doesn't have very good drinks.
And there are no bars down that way. This is actually correct. I know what is the layout of the city is enough to know that there are no bars in in either direction that you're going. At least not nearby.
Okay, fine. I had a little package I need to pick up from a store in that direction too. Don't want many people knowing about it because it's of a very, shall we say, personal
Give me a
problem.
perception or
Did you
deception.
manage to get your dress dry cleaned then? That's very good to know. It was, I was concerned about how well the soot would come out of it after the fire last night.
Deception.
Oh, deception. Oops.
Deception is when you are lying through your teeth, dude. Very well.
Lysian would nod gratefully as he goes to inspect the do his actual task of inspecting the other sides of the walls as he walks by them. But he walks like
the walls
down the
are
path.
set. Okay, so you've got the street, and you have buildings on either side of this embassy. There's no actual. There is no paths on the sides. There is a small alleyway, but you're not gonna get away with going into one. That's going to arouse suspicion.
Well, I know the layout now, which is a lot better. Either way, Elysian would,
He would have to go in one direction with what he said. So you could
yeah,
not see
that's
the
what
other
he's
side.
going to. He'd start walking down that one direction, circle around, go into the bar, come out of the bar.
Well, wait. If you're going into the
But-
bar, wait. You want to go into the bar and
No, going to the bar was just a part of the lie. Like, he's not actually going
yeah,
to do
I know.
anything.
That's what I mean. I'm going to go with you to help with this lie just a little better. Oh wait, no, shit.
I think you should stay with the party and just let me wallow in my own mistake
Oh,
while
no.
you guys figure out what you should do next.
Oh no, I had a spell and I thought I could use it, but it requires items.
Because my actual plan was to try and get over the wall, although I have a feeling that's going to be a lot harder said than done.
Remind me to buy some items and components.
Azeroth,
Go out.
when it comes to your spells, as long as when it comes to material components, unless it says it has a specific cost to it, one such spell being Chromatic Orb, you have to have a diamond worth at least 50 gold pieces for that spell. Otherwise, your holy symbol actually counts as your... it's called a spell casting focus. And so you can use that in place of material components.
Okay. Yeah, this one's very specific and kind of weird as a component, anyways.
They all are.
They're for wizards who often have to use a spell component pouch, which they, in older editions of Dungeons and Dragons, kept track of individual components. So yes, if you run out of grasshopper legs, you could no longer use jump.
Then, yeah. Okay, then. Are we... Okay, well, I would have to pull you both aside then and ask something. I would want to ask both. Although that would really
Also,
arouse suspicion, so...
Keep in mind that most of the people in Mulmaster, and in fact, most of the entire region, the entire world of Faerun, most people have a healthy suspicion of red wizards and the Thaans. So this area is pretty, it's pretty
Fortified.
barren. And it's also barren. There aren't people around
Something then...
to blend in with or anything.
God damn it. Although that could work in our favor. Because then we could probably accuse the Red Wizards of doing it. Oh god, that would cause international incident and chaos. Ooh, that sounds fun.
You will need proof. Anyways, Alicia and you are wandering down the street towards a random shop.
Back.
The rest of you are still there. While
Well,
you are
they're
waiting for the scribe to come back, an innocent, sad child comes along, looking up at each of you and kind of gesturing. He goes between each of you individually. He's got big puppy dog eyes as he looks up at you and gestures you down towards him. He'll start with Tato.
I'd like to roll insight on this.
Go ahead.
18. Tell me everything.
Okay, what are you trying to incite from him?
Mostly his intentions. Like, he just wants us to go somewhere with him, but I don't know.
He wants you to bend
Might be setting up
over
for...
to him.
Oh. All right.
You know, lean down.
Oh
I'll get
god,
down
I
on a
just
knee.
laughed. Damn it.
What just
up, kid?
left?
No, Elysian stuff, hermit, growing up on the streets as a kid too.
Okay.
What?
The
Elysian,
kid-
what?
The kid puts a sticker on your cheek before moving over to Shenzi without a
Oh,
word.
God, no. Shenzi,
God.
run!
Why would I run from the new friend?
It's a demon child!
Aren't
Hell
they
is
all?
old people!
Hell is old people. All children
Hell
are
is-
demons. With stickers. Sticker demons. What does the sticker on my face say?
You will have to ask Lady Divine Knight.
Oh, God, no.
The child goes to each of you one by one, putting a sticker on your cheek. They are long-lasting, and they will not come off very easily.
Brum pats him on the head and offers him a piece of crystallized fruit.
The child
Also,
will
Brum
happily
doesn't
take it.
actually need to
Yeah.
bend down because he's so short already.
Well, yeah, that's a
Meow.
given. But most of you are requested to bend over, so you can actually reach.
Question. Does Gordon get a sticker?
Yes, Gordon gets a sticker.
So happy. Gordon will give a big, long, sloppy doggy kiss.
Everyone got a sticker. Except Elysian,
Me,
who
because
isn't
I
there.
wasn't there.
Materializes on your
Elysian,
face.
you feel a tug on your tail.
Elysian would turn around.
The same child as the others is standing there.
Hi,
Not that
little
you
one,
know
what's
that
wrong
he's,
with you?
Really?
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
Well, yes.
So
it's a
you're
sad
assuming
little-
something is wrong with him?
You said a sad little
Are you
child.
going to decide that he is just broken and defective?
You're broken.
You are broken. You described it as a sad little child. Yes or no?
Yes. Doesn't mean there's
And
something
so
wrong with
Elysian
him.
Is asking what is wrong because the child is sad,
Yeah, that's...
like a normal person would ask.
Yeah.
You're not asking what is wrong. You're asking what is wrong with you.
Same difference.
No, they are very different.
Distinctly so, actually.
Fine. I mean to say then, what's wrong, little one?
He just gestures for you to bend over.
Elysian would look a bit confused and keep his hand on his coin pouch as he bends down to get closer to the child.
He puts a sticker on your nose.
Right on the snoot.
And then he walks off.
I hope you like the
Elysian
smell
would
of
sigh
adhesive.
and go to pull the sticker off his nose.
Give me a strength check. It hurts.
Elysian would also go pull off the other two stickers.
The one on your nose does not come off. You are able to pull the one off of your forehead. Again, pulling off all of your fur with it. The one on your other cheek is still there. The opposite one from where the patch of fur was taken out. You've got 2 bald spots on your face now. And the sticker on your nose.
He would just sigh and continue along with the ruse. Probably making his way to the bar now. Ooh, excuse me.
Okay, so you glance down the alley, or what exactly are you on about?
Well,
There is no circling behind it without a lot of suspicion.
no, I meant going to the bar.
You did not... Dude, you said you were going down the street to a shop. And you specifically said that you weren't going to go into the bar.
No. I was going to the shop, spend a little bit of time in there, maybe buy like a small trinket thing, put it in my pocket, then circle around to the bar, go in the bar, and then come out and rejoin the group.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing.
You walk into the shop.
Okay.
The tailor. It would be a tailor shop. Diminutive old lady is looking over one of the garments, doing measurements with a tape measure. She takes one look at you. What you want?
Oh God.
We make fine garment here. What you want?
Can you make a garment like the Red Wizards of Thay?
That sounds like dangerous thing. Cost much money.
How much?
2 million dollar.
Trying to think of how they might say gold piece.
I might have just stumbled into a benefit for myself.
300 gold.
I can't afford that right now.
You waste my time.
No.
You waste my time.
He would sigh, sorry, and then go leave the tailor shop.
No, you come in here, you buy.
I'd sigh. Fine. How about I just get a pair of new socks?
You waste time for sock?
Sure. Yes, I do.
I don't like time being wasted. 200 gold.
Elysian, at this point, getting very fed up, just leaves the store.
You don't go without buying.
Stop me, then.
Oh, shit.
Must you always speak so to the person who's fucked you or twice?
She will rush out of the shop. God! Thief!
God, fuck.
Somebody penned today's to-do list, add breaking Elysian out of jail to it.
Elysian would immediately duck into the nearest alleyway as he pulls his cloak over his head.
She follows you, waving and shouting.
Okay, let's see.
Thief!
Now, let's see. Now, what can I do? What can I do?
Get arrested.
Or try, or, you know, perhaps try and settle this and, you know, buy something.
Well, I can't buy anything if she's going overcharging for it. I don't even have 200 freaking gold.
Well, you're also trying to get socks.
200 gold for socks is too much.
She considers it a waste of her time.
I don't care.
The shop was a very fanciful one where they make very fine clothing. God! Thief!
He would just scatter. He would just throw 10 gold pieces at her, and this time actually bolt off, running, ducking and weaving between various alleyways and streets.
There's an
Hopefully trying
alleyway
to
that
find
goes
the
straight
crowd.
to the next street. Let me check your
Okay.
percentage.
Hmm?
Oh, joy.
It's 9 o'clock.
What about it?
I thought that's when we usually stop for a break.
Oh, we can stop whenever we need to.
Okay.
It's not a set time, it's just whenever.
Okay.
Anyways, a guard steps in front of the alleyway in front of you, looking down to see what the commotion is. You are trapped between the old lady and the guard.
Elysian would, taking from his time as a street urchin, would jump on the side of the building and basically parkour his way past that guard.
Give me an athletics check.
Why is it strength, not for...
Because
Oh,
you're
never mind.
climbing.
Damn.
You manage to get past the guard.
Not breaking his run, he'd keep going, turning into another alleyway.
You find yourself in the middle of a crowd on the street. I will remind you that you stand out. There aren't
With
many
my-
anthros.
Well, you know what I say to that? I say, I have my cloak and my hood. As he bend his head down, keeping up his cloak, and goes to blend into the crowd.
Give me a stealth check.
God fucking damn it. The one time that I need stealth.
The guard keeps a close eye on you, chasing after. Did you subtract the 10 gold from your inventory?
Not yet, I'm about to do that. Okay, there we go, I did now.
You are you are being chased by the guard. There is another city watchman patrol of them. Typically about 8.
Don't teach my hamster to suck eggs.
I will accept that, Anir, as a little bit of a
No.
vengeance.
No, don't do it right now.
I
Should have
mean,
taken them stickers off.
it doesn't help. I mean, it doesn't hurt you at all. I'm still accepting it. Those of you still in front of the Thayan embassy, you would have noticed this commotion down the street.
And what?
You can't really talk to him. You know it's Elysian, you can tell, because, you know, he, again, stands out. As the little old lady is coming back, counting some gold pieces, a small herd of cats kind of stampedes out of the shop, tangled up in yarn and fabrics of all kinds.
Okay, I like this for once, because for once it's not happening to me.
She gives almost a screech as the cats stampede towards you, and then duck into another alleyway. And she's just kind of standing next to her shop, looking at the destruction that had happened inside, and looking after the cats that had stolen a lot of her merchandise. Everyone except for Elysian, give me a perception check, please.
I just wanted to investigate
I must say, for
I
neighborhood
do
surrounding
want
such a nice building as this, it certainly is a lively place. Is it always this noisy about?
Man, today the guys do not like my dice.
Shenzi?
Yes.
Perception check?
Do you care that Elysian's about to die?
I'm not about to die.
You're not?
What happened last time Zale ran from the gods? Do you recall?
Yeah, that was Zale. I'm not Zale.
Yeah, Zale could climb walls.
I can climb walls too.
Okay, only Brum would have noticed. There are a few small pearls and other, some thread of gold and such that had fallen off of the garments, if you wish to collect them.
Is the little lady still about?
She's gone back into her shop. You can hear some soft sobbing, even at this distance. You imagine it's
Zale
quite
will
loud inside the shop.
Ask
Zale.
the god to excuse him. Thank you. Brum will ask the god to excuse him for a moment, go over, gather up all of the pearls and cloth of gold, etc., that he can find, and take them into the little old lady, mentioning that they were dropped outside her shop.
She will smile very appreciatively, accepting them.
I recall that even in the face of a disaster such as this, I suppose one could call it a natural disaster, there is always a small ray of hope. The future is not closed to us, my dear. Back up.
Thank you. You get discount. Come back now.
I may just take you up on that. My own doublet has been looking a little threadbare lately. Perhaps in a few days when I am not quite so busy. A good day to you.
Yes, come back. Elysian.
He returns to the god.
Yes.
So you've got a patrol in front of you. You've got a guard behind you. The guard behind you is shouting for you to stop. A lot of the citizens are clearing to the sides of the street, not wanting to be involved. So what are you doing?
take stock of the situation, make a split decision to start running back to the embassy.
Oh no. Okay, so your options here. You wouldn't know this part of town enough to. The only way would be going back through the guard behind you.
Oh, okay.
At least for what you
In that
know.
case, I'm just going to take off to the right.
I swear there needs to be an act like a luck roll.
Percentiles work, or possibly charisma, depending on the situation.
No, but it should be a skill. I know there's arguments against that, but still. You, where are you going to the right?
Here's a thought. Knowledge religion.
Is there anything I can go into to my right?
There are houses. Keep in mind that alleys aren't that common. A lot of buildings, a lot of cities in medieval times were built very close together. So there are houses you could go into. No shops or anything, but... Shenzi, you okay?
Disconnection. Given she dropped out of Fantasy Grounds as well, I think she lost connection.
Oh god, I don't know what I should do.
Alright, she is
now.
stepping out of this session for the evening.
Okay.
That's fine. Can Brahm make his way towards the disturbance?
This disturbance, give me a perception check. You would not hear this disturbance.
Elysian would go to try and see if any of the houses were unlocked.
You don't really have time to check for locks.
Basically, he runs up to it and tries to open it. If it doesn't open, he'd run back to the middle. He doesn't have much choice.
Okay, the guards are about 30 feet away. It'll take an action to move over there and check. But okay.
Doing it. Opening that door. If I open the door, I'm going straight through that house. Either upwards or through the
Give
back
me a
door.
percentile roll, high or low.
I'm calling high. Oops, nope, that's not how I did it. No, that's not.
Right click.
Yeah, I am right clicking, or is that not the right one? No, it's the D10.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's the D10.
I'm right click. Because nothing's popping up for it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, right. Pick it up. Oh no, wait, that's right. I have to hold it down. I'm going to call high.
The door is unlocked.
He'd go run through the house. Is there a back door that he can see?
Okay. The guards are storming into the house at this point after you. The house, the layout of the house, it's a small one. You don't see a back door in the front room. You see stairs going up. You see door leading to the back of the house, but you don't know if it goes out.
He's not going to risk it. He's going to go up the stairs and through the closest room that has a window.
The doors are closed on the upstairs.
He'd go open them up until he finds a room with a window.
I mean, here, he could have just bought, like, a ribbon or something. Her problem is that she didn't want to waste her time for socks.
Yeah, well, I don't know anything
And he
else
kind of
about design or
challenged her. Instead of just saying, sorry for wasting your time, he's like, stop me. I'm pointing this out to you, Elysian, so you can learn for future roleplay options. You don't have to be confrontational if you don't have to.
Nor do I have to deal with little ladies who have nothing better to do if I don't want to.
But you like little old ladies.
I will note in Zim's defense, this is a dynamic and reactionary world. So yes, you need to take into account the personalities of the NPCs with whom you...
Oh yeah, no, I'm taking into account of that. I'm just saying I don't have to interact with her if I don't want to. Either way, the doors.
You hear stomping up the stairs behind you. Give me another percentile roll, high or low.
I'm calling low.
The door you open has a window in it. A small one.
He'd go jump out that window. Full stop. Jumping out that window.
Give me a strength check.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You slam into the window, but you weren't able to angle your body quite right to go through it. The glass does shatter. You wind up hanging half out of it. Give me another percentile check, or percentile roll, high or low.
I'm calling low.
You manage not to impale yourself on shards of glass.
He'd go drop down to ground level.
Just kind of crawling and flopping out.
Yeah. Better than dealing with the guards.
You take 8 points of falling damage.
And with that, he'd sprint off past the crowd again.
Give me a Constitution saving throw. You are able to recover. This is a backyard with fences.
He'd go to do any of the fences go out to street level or streets.
You can't tell. The fences are too high.
He'd go.
And by fences, I mean they are like brick walls.
Oh. He'd go climb the wall anyways.
Give me an athletics check. Why are you getting annoyed at these?
No, that was me addressing myself.
Okay.
I mean, I am pretty annoyed now, but that's not what that site was for.
High or low?
I'm going to call high.
The guards are coming out of the back door of the house. There are 2 of them coming out that way. One is shouting at you from the window you flopped through. You don't know where the others are. You are not able to scramble up and over the wall.
He would try and climb over that wall again, having literally no other choice to get away from these guards. Yes, no?
Okay, I'm stepping in here. You know, you could, instead of just running, you seriously could have just tried to defend yourself. When you run,
not going
you
to fight
make
the
yourself
guards.
look, I'm meaning, with speech, talking to them, instead
In all
of...
fairness to Elysian, he was an urchin growing up. This is probably an ingrained instinct, much the same way Zale ran from the gods when he was arrested.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Because the assumption is the guards are going to blame him anyways, and he's not going to get out of this okay.
Except, you know,
That's why
there's
he
always the
tried so
fact
hard.
that you could be like, what item did you steal? When you run, it puts... Well, anyways, we're going to continue with this then. Give me another athletics check with disadvantage. One of them has grabbed hold of your tail.
Goddamn tail.
Give me an opposed strength check, please.
Is that just strength?
Yes.
God damn it.
The guard pulls you roughly off of the wall.
Do you make a whimper? Do you yelp?
Oh, hey, Zealous, good to see you. Sorry.
Elysian would sigh and grab on to his daggers for a quick moment and then put up his hands.
There is a sword at your back. You are surrendering.
Yeah.
You are quickly and roughly disarmed of all weapons. Alright, thief, let's get you back to the prison. Now, might I suggest, as DM, that you perhaps request to actually go back to the shop and just, you know, defend yourself verbally?
He'd sigh. Can we go talk to the lady that accused me of being a thief? She's lying.
You're saying she's lying?
Yes.
Do you have
I ran
proof?
force of habit. I didn't grow up with guards that are, as shall we say, good as you. They would do whatever they saw fit.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, come on! What did they roll?
he is going, the leader of the patrol, sighs, nodding, and starts leading you back. You're kind of more being dragged between two of the guards, while a third keeps a crossbow trained on your back.
Yay.
Brum, give me a percentile check, high or low.
I'm gonna keep with a low for this character. And another 80 plus. What is this? I'm gonna give you a perception check instead.
Yeah, everybody except Elysian, give me a perception check.
What if I want to give a perception check too?
Elysian, shut up.
Actually, I have one more thing I can do for this.
Tato?
I didn't want to spend so much time.
Tato, are you there? He's not marked as AFK.
Potato. Potato.
He might be
I ain't
muted.
bailing your ass out.
All right,
Fine,
well,
tomato.
well, that's okay. Azeroth and Gordon would notice as Elysian is dragged back to the shop, you know, just down the street from the Thayan embassy.
Gordon will whine to get Brum's attention.
Tato will roll
He
his
likes
eyes
Elysian.
and follow. What the heck is this all about?
Brum excuses himself from the guard of the embassy again and makes his way to intercept the guard leading Elysian.
The little old lady bursts out of the shop as they knock on it. That's the thief!
Elysian's expression would suddenly look at confusion. Can he see inside the shop?
No.
No. But you can see that she's been crying.
Give me an insight check.
Okay. Better than nothing.
She would have cleaned herself up quite a bit
Okay.
after Brum's words and kind gesture. And you do see that she has been sobbing a little. You see a little bit of puffiness around her eyes.
But
Brum will address the guards and lady jointly. May I inquire as to the reason you are escorting my companion, so?
He stole! He is
I
thief!
did not.
You did
No,
too!
Ask
did
what was
not.
stolen.
May I inquire as to the exact object which was stolen? Elysian, did you take anything?
No.
Perhaps without paying properly or paying for the agreed amount.
No. She got mad at me because I came in here and didn't buy anything. Then she called me thief because I didn't buy anything.
He stole my time!
Your what?
Time!
That's not in. What?
I'm
That's not
sorry,
something
my
that
lady, but
can
I
be
do not
stolen.
believe that is an applicable accusation under the laws of Mulmaster. Perhaps if we could all come to an agreeable conclusion on this, we can move on to more important matters. Elysian, are you willing to swear and state that you did not steal anything from this lady?
I did not steal anything from this lady. Swear on my life.
Brum will turn to the guards. I possess certain magical capabilities which could bring this truth to unequivocal light. Will you accept the casting of a Zone of Truth as testimony on my companion's behalf?
The guard will nod.
Brum will...
Wait, did he say the guard will nod or the guard will not?
Nod.
Nod.
Yes. He can do so.
So in that same flowing language that Azeroth heard in the spa, Brum will recite what sounds like some form of epic, a short poem. And then a crackling field of energy arises. Elysian, do you resist?
Nope.
Does the little old lady resist?
No.
Okay, all within are forced to tell the truth. Brum will know if anybody made the save against it.
Now, each of you say again your sides of this case. Miss, did he, in fact, take any physical object from your premise?
No!
Elysian, did you steal anything?
He came in and asked for me to
Or
make him...
possessions?
He came in, asked for uniform for Thayan.
Elysian, I didn't know you were one of the red wizards. Why didn't you tell us? It would have made things so much easier.
It was kind of more on the spot once I realized she was a tailor. I didn't even realize she was a tailor when I entered the store.
That didn't answer his question.
I thought you were coming to collect your dress for dry cleaning. However, please state one of the effects of my influence that you did not take anything.
I did not take anything.
Is that
I-
adequate proof, good sirs?
The guards will nod. The city watch will nod, and they pull the lady into the shop, or the leader does, and criticizes her about, rather loudly, about false reports.
Brum will thank the guard for their diligence and lead Elysian back. Healing word as they move.
As you
Did
turn
I get-
around, you see the guard from the Thayan embassy standing there. You were attempting to commission one of our uniforms. What was the purpose of this?
Very important question.
And
At
Elysian,
what
you
point
are
in
still
our
in the
movement does he intercept us?
right in front of the shop. He had seen
Zone of
and
Truth is still
heard
active.
the commotion, and he had also heard the statement about wanting the uniform. I did roll for that. Again, this guard is rolling very well. The lady did an 8 on her deception check and then a 19 for the guy hearing all this.
Is it truly so surprising that one would, upon seeing the uniforms of your persons, find the style quite inspiring?
I want to know why.
I've done what I can. This one's on you, but I do have one thing I can do for you. I don't know if it'll help, but Brum will use bardic inspiration on Elysian.
Elysian.
I'm
would-
going to say no on that because you have to actually do something to attempt to actually give the
I was gonna say if a
inspiration.
pat on the back would be adequate, but that was going to be my next question.
Give me percentile roll, high or low.
So gonna go low.
It's gonna be high.
No, Gordon says it's low.
Oh, good
So
boy.
you are able to give him inspiration on bardic inspiration. Not sure it will help
So-
much, considering, he has to tell the
Any
truth.
time in the next 10 minutes, Elysian, when you make a roll, you can add 1d8 to the result before the outcome is determined.
I've always been intrigued by wizards and the red wizards.
Okay,
of
Elysian,
Fae.
you are still in the
Yes.
zone of truth.
Yes, I know. That's technically not to lie. Unless I absolutely...
Why were you
have to
attempting to
spill-
commission it here? At this day and this time.
Because I wanted to get to the appointment faster. Because we have a few problems.
So you
He
were-
tells the truth, good sir. We are under a rather tight time constraint. An innocent life may be taken if we do not find the information we seek before the next dawn.
The Thayans have no concerns for your domestic disputes.
One
We
of
do
the
have
Thayans
concerns
was
about
involved.
one attempting to infiltrate our embassy.
One of the people of interest is one of your wizards.
To be fair, you don't know that he's a wizard. Proper term would be delegate.
well-
Okay.
Ambassador, perhaps?
One of yours, who may have had an influence on these events.
Instead of going through the proper channels, you choose to try and infiltrate through deception.
That was a backup plan.
It should be noted that the making of such an outfit would not be a timely event. Honestly, I somewhat question this as a plan of opportunity. However, I will state, good sir, that though my association with these individuals has been brief, I have come to the realization that their methods, well, unorthodox from a first appearance, may prove effective in certain instances. This may have simply been a poor judgment call.
Very poor.
Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage. Brum.
Yes, sir. I dropped a 20.
And yet you still got a 20.
I dropped a 20 to keep a 20. It's so worth it.
He will... You're not able to see why, but he does turn to the City Watch. I request on behalf of the embassy that you assist me in apprehending this individual for interrogation. The City Watch will look between each other, one of them ducking into the shop for a moment. As he opens the door, you can hear clearly that the captain is doing a thorough job of berating the shop owner. The shouting quiets down for a moment before he walks back out. We will not be able to interfere in Thayan concerns. The Thayan guard. You can almost hear him grinding his teeth. Then I will request that you come with us willingly.
On the condition you don't harm me, yes.
That will be up to the interrogator.
Then I have to say that if you're going to hurt me, no.
Is this going to have to turn into a fight? Because I
If
don't
you-
want that.
If you want the appointment, you will come along.
Do I have your
Oh,
word,
okay.
sir, that you will not harm him unless active opposition to your embassy and country are discovered? Subversion or similar such?
I will give the promise, yes.
And then I recommend you go along, Elysian. We require this appointment, and it will be the easiest
Okay.
method of clearing things up.
He would nod as he goes to hand Brum his backpack for a very particular reason. He'd then go to take off his weapons and hand those to Tato.
He doesn't have his weapons, the guards do.
Oh. Can I have my weapons back? Actually, just give them to the seal.
Tito, do you accept all of his weapons?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll hold on to your junk.
Alright. Well, you are proceeding with him. He hands you off to another guard at the gate and takes up his position again. At this time, the scribe is waiting there at the gate.
No.
Yes, you wish an appointment, yes? He's a
I
small,
was hoping
diminutive
to
gnome.
acquire one for some time today, at the earliest convenience, if possible.
Well, let's see. We've got an appointment. Oh. You said today?
If at all possible, and our apologies for making you wait. Some events have transpired which weren't foreseen.
Who was it for?
Rott-son is my name, though I am of questionable
No,
representation.
who
but
do
it's
you
true.
wish to meet with?
Anyone who can tell us the location of a certain individual, presumably belonging to this embassy. Somebody in charge, essentially.
And which individual do you want the location of?
It's Isaac Throng, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll get my notes up eventually. An individual who goes by the name of Isaac Throng. Isaac Throng. He was last seen sometime in the previous evening attending the birthday celebration of the Zora Goss.
Oh! Well, he should be at his house right there. And he points to a house right next to the bar across the street.
The irony of the bar across the setting.
Do you still wish an appointment?
It may be advisable that we meet with individuals pertaining to my companion's interrogation at a later time. I imagine this will take an hour or two, so if we could set an appointment 2 hours hence.
I will see if I can pencil you in. Have a good day.
Your kindness is appreciated. Oh, and yourself, sir.
No, his house was not the bar. His house is
Oh.
next to the bar.
Oh. Still.
Do remember, Elysian, if anything comes up in the interrogation, you still have that inspiration.
Okay.
So, to the house.
One moment.
We waiting on something?
I'm responding to someone in chat. There we go. All right. Sorry, what were you saying? Actually, you know what? We will go ahead and take a small break real quick. I could actually use stepping away for just a moment. So we will be back in just a few minutes. Thank you all so much for joining. Do remember to hit that follow button, subscribe to the channel if you can. And as I said, we will be right back.
belonging to a zoo. And we make all the preparations. We're planning to use teleportation circles and lure them into those. We've bought the amber that was required as a material component, spent all this money on it. And then it's, oh, downtime. What are you guys doing? I'm going to examine this magic sapphire we found on the last plane we visited. Let's see. Roll spellcraft to identify it. Ooh, that's 19 plus my 33 bonus. We'll throw bump of prescience in us with a 19 on the roll, so 66. Turned out it was an artifact level item that should not have been possible to activate, but somehow I did. Summoned a goddess and was trapped in the stone for a while. The goddess of love, sex, and beauty, by the way. Don't forget that.
Oh god.
Yeah, those poor Cerberus are probably still running free.
I just...
On the other hand, that catapulted us to epic, so I'll take it.
Yes, Brum was unaware that he was sharing this particular story, but...
I did notice as it happens.
Oh.
I simply saw no reason to interrupt.
Fair enough. We are back, everyone. Thank you very much for this, for your patience here. Let us continue. So, Elysian, you have been dragged into the embassy, and you were blindfolded, or rather, you had a bag stuck over your head before you went into the embassy itself. And it was taken off once you were deposited into a jail cell somewhere inside.
Yay. Jail. Place that I love being the most.
The rest of you, you've been pointed to the home of one Azak Throm.
Anybody of a more imposing stature want to take the lead on this one, or should Brum do it?
Oh no, Brum, you're so good at talking.
Then Brum raps politely on the door with his stubby little hands.
Azak Throm's small house stands in a tiny yard surrounded by a low iron fence. The Thayan answers the door. He's lost my train of thought.
I've had those days. Not the lost train of thought. I always
He is dressed in a robe. His head is shaved, but he wears none of the tattoos commonly associated with red wizards. And he answers the door.
First
Hello?
off, Arcana
Hello.
check. I don't think might not be necessary. Describe no tattoos. Just to see if I sense magical presence about him. Nope.
Yeah, you don't sense anything.
Are you Master Throng, the same Throng who was present at the Wave and Wink last evening?
Yes, I am. What can I do for you?
If you wouldn't mind, we have a few questions regarding that evening's occurrences. Have you heard of what happened at the end of last evening's entertainment?
Oh, crap. Hold on. Something broke. That, and I read this part when I was extremely tired and barely awake, so I gotta remember if he does actually know. No, I do not know what happened.
There was an occurrence of questionable nature. Uh, Simply put, the woman known as Kata, co-owner of the establishment, appears to have assaulted the person of Zora Goss, resulting in severe injuries. We believe that some arcane influence may be involved, and you were one of the few last seen speaking with Kata.
Yes, I was, there the, morning of the attack, then.
Could you inform us as to the nature of your discussion with the accused?
I simply consider her to be an acquaintance. We were discussing
him entirely.
art.
I did notice a rather spectacular painting that was present that evening. Do you happen to know the origins of that work?
I only know that it was done by an Andric Goss.
Goss? Really?
You guys do know his last name was Goss.
I do now.
He is the nephew of the Zor.
Goss. Thank you.
Repeat what you said?
I was asking that exact question. Have you examined the painting in question, the one which was displayed that evening?
I saw it, yes.
Upon my own examination of it shortly before the event occurred, I found it to possess some hidden arcane nature, one which I was unable to distinguish at the time. Have you any knowledge or insight to weigh in on this assumptive?
I fail to see how this affects the land of Thay.
Perhaps it would not affect your homeland. However, what do you suppose would happen if such occurrences became common in the city? Is there not some purpose to your embassy here? Would this purpose not be disrupted were the city to fall into a severe state of chaos?
We have means of defending ourselves.
I speak not of physical harm, I speak of political purpose.
I see. No, I do not know the magical origin of this painting.
Would you happen to know the residence of this Andric?
I have never met the artist.
Tell me, have there
You
been
all
many
may
works by
make
him?
an insight check on this.
I already have. Brum believes everything
You
he's
can
saying.
make another one. And it's also for
Peanut gallery,
Azeroth
please
and
weigh in.
Tato. That's also for Azeroth and Tato, who, you know, are present.
Tato's just standing there, biting his nails, annoyed.
I'm taking notes.
Azeroth, I will say that you identify that he is lying when he says he does not know the artist.
Quick question. You said you didn't know the artist at all?
That is
Just
correct.
perfect. But you were familiar with the piece in question?
You know that he's lying about not knowing the artist.
That's why I'm pointing at it.
Okay.
Basically, lying. by
Yes,
knowing
I
the
have
piece in
seen the
question.
painting.
So then you would know the painting before it arrived at the mansion? Or, I'm sorry, at the place of...
The Wave and Wink.
Sorry. The Ravenwink.
Wave, not rave.
Is it a rave?
It's a waving rink, guys. You wave your hands, not rave. Okay.
Oh, want to be a ring.
I did not see it before it arrived, no.
I do believe you're lying. Because you were speaking, I was told beforehand that you were speaking to the lady about the painting.
You would come to my home and insult me by saying that I am lying?
I'm saying that we've had soldiers that told us beforehand that you had met with them about the painting. So you knew about the painting before it arrived at the Raven Wave.
The establishment.
Yes.
I knew of it, but I did not see it.
Okay, continue getting up talking. I've already pointed to a contradiction. I feel like I've done.
Have you ever seen or heard of other works by the same artist?
Yes.
Could you elaborate? Do they typically shown at functions such as this, or were they primarily found interest in his family?
There's a place known as the Ironheart Gallery. Perhaps you could attempt to find it there.
Anyone else have any other questions for him?
Don't have really much in the way of questions. Oh, by chance, would you happen to know the address of the artist?
Ask that.
I've never met the artist, no.
And yet you were familiar with their people beforehand.
I don't know what you're referring to.
I've already stated before how soldiers had admitted to seeing you talking with the assaulted before the painting really shown, but okay. I'm out of.
Anything from our hunter?
Talking to you,
Tato.
I got nothing. I'm just gonna look around the house a little bit, like just around the room I'm in. Just gonna.
I don't think we've been
wander
invited
around. I'm
inside. I
fidgeting.
think we're still outside in the garden.
Yeah.
Oh. Then I'm just gonna wander around and check out the garden. What's being grown?
It's not an actual garden, it's just a yard.
Okay. I'm just gonna look around the yard then. Look around for any recently disturbed dirt.
Give me a perception check. There is no recently disturbed dirt. Nim will speak up at this point. We have a companion who was kind of taken into the embassy. Could you perhaps help with that? And what is in it for me? I don't like talking back and forth with myself, so you guys will have to
I'll
take
say
it
it
from
right
there.
now. Brum has no money, so
Elysian has money, but
I don't think that was part of the pack you gave me.
Well, you'd be taking off the list of suspicious
his
people.
coin pouch is actually in his. Actually, no, yeah, it's on his belt. He's a thief. He knows where to hide his coin pouch.
It's probably in his shirt then, not anywhere
Yeah.
openly visible.
Yeah.
I fear that we have little to offer you in the way of monetary compensation. However, perhaps a favor owed for a favor given.
I well, with that roll, I suppose I can have him released.
It truly was a misunderstanding. He is an interesting individual, I will give him that, but perhaps somewhat lacking in the common judgment formed by those of higher status.
Very well. Come
we
in,
will-
and I will write a missive ordering his release.
It is much appreciated. If there is any information that we can provide for you, by all means.
I
Perhaps you
would
would like to
be.
meet the artist. If
I-
we can track him down and arrange a meeting.
I would like to meet him, yes. He invites you in to his living room. He walks into one of the back rooms and begins working. He begins writing in one of the back rooms. He leaves you in the living room alone. Would you all go in, or do you stay on the
Brum is going to wander around a bit. He's restless, particularly looking for any interesting artifacts. Is this man a traveler? Is he more sedentary? Does he have fine pieces of art in his collection?
I would suggest Tato at least stay outside and guard the door, so to speak.
Oh, Gordon, stay and try not to urinate on any of the plants.
There any trees in the yard?
No.
Okay. I'll just stand outside. Yeah.
I'll go inside as well. Curiosity. And after.
You're outside or inside?
Going basically with Brom.
Okay. Brum, the decorations are a little sparse. It's a fine furniture, definitely high class. The decorations themselves are a little sparse. He does have a few mementos that you can identify as coming from Thay. As you are walking through, you hear a floorboard beneath you, or rather you feel it beneath you kind of shift a little.
They would be on top of that in an instant, but Brum... Zeroth...
Are you inquiring
Mind
about
if you would mention...
Appears he needs to repair the section of flooring a bit. Quite embarrassing to have a weak section in the middle of all of this opulence.
Well, usually a weak section would include removable floorboards. Should we take a look?
I'm not particularly skilled in carpentry, much less construction techniques. I've got to see what we can manage in the time before he finishes writing the letter. And I'm uncertain he would count that as repayment of the favor to begin with.
What will we have to...
In other words, Azeroth, you'll be alone if you decide to investigate.
So long as you think you can keep him stalled, I'm pretty sure I could cover up tampering that I tried.
Oh, you're going to invest? Oh, no, I'm fairly certain I could keep him occupied for a short spell at least.
If it's anything based off of what we already have, sure it will be adequate.
Brum will move into the kitchen and engage in a conversation about Thay, which he has visited once.
Of course he has.
I'll try my best to do this.
You'll want a stealth check, Azeroth.
Ooh, wait. I wonder if this ability would work then. Boop.
What
One
ability?
time the time I'd be useful and I'm not there.
Yes, that would be useful.
I shall use this.
Well, it's complicated, but I'll say it would be useful here.
All right.
Alright, well then, go ahead and roll your stealth check, and... what exactly are you doing?
I would first, well, you said the floorboards are creaking. I guess the first thing I would have to do is just try to investigate to see if there are any strange markings or outlinings along the floor itself.
Give me an investigation check with advantage.
Okay. Wait, with advantage. Click advantage. Investigation.
Oh, before he goes, Brum will pass an inspiration onto Azeroth. So same thing, 10 minutes, add 1d8 to a roll. You can do it after you make the roll, but before the effects are announced.
Like whether the results, like, success or fail.
So yeah, before the success.
Basically anything you roll a d20 for.
You are able to find a concealed space beneath one of the loose floorboards.
Oh, sweet. Okie dokie.
Inside is a sheaf of documents.
Oh boy.
Nim is inside watching, and he will whisper, "Grab them and let's put it back before they come back, and we can look at it later."
Shit. I'm sorry, that last part. You said grab it before they put it back in. Will what later?
We'll look at it later.
Probably for the best. Okay. I will grab at least the few scrolls that I can. Not all. Put them in my
There's not a lot of them, just a few.
Okay, dokie. I'll put them in. Yep, put them in my bag. I'll make sure I close it up.
A few minutes later, Azeroth, give me a... We're going to say a deception check in the tower, please.
Do I get advantages? No, I don't.
No.
In the tower. Huh?
This is to reconceal it.
Okay.
In the tower, which is that thing on the bottom right.
God damn it. That stupid tower thing. My fault. Oh no.
There you go.
I'd recommend rolling the Bardic Inspiration die.
1d8?
Yeah, roll that in the tower as well. Alright. Azak finishes the letter and hands it to Brum. He's quite friendly at this point, and...
Brum has been engaging him in talk about the differences in the naval forces of Thay compared to Marsimba, his hometown. I found it quite interesting the way to incorporate magic into the propulsion of the craft, in addition to the slave labor, which, while cheap, is usually not quite so effective as a proper sailing crew. It's about what you hear as they're walking back into the living room.
Well, I'm gonna hopefully...
Distinct advantages when sailing against the wind, which gave you, such better prices coming in early during the off-seasons when the trade winds were not so strong.
I'll be sure to cover up real fast and stand up and make sure I'm looking, look like I'm looking at something.
This was about a little bit after you had already stood up and such.
Aye.
Give me one moment. You got so lucky. Between the distraction and such, you rolled terrible for your deception.
Yes.
But he didn't notice, because he was distracted.
Not bad for a not thief.
He hands a letter to you and kind of leads you back to the front door and gestures for you to be on your way.
It would be certain to inform young Master Goss of your desire to meet with him as soon as we can track him down ourselves. I wish you the best of happiness in that conversation, whatever arises from it. The artwork was spectacular. What I saw briefly.
I'm gonna hook him by the arm and say, yes.
Farewell.
Take care. Thank you very much.
He's like a nicer Zale.
He's like a nicer Zale, but God,
Implying Zale could be nice in the first place.
He can be.
You did meet one previous life that was quite polite to you.
Anyways, what are you doing now?
Presumably fetching Elysian.
Yeah, getting him out of jail first and fastest would be the best.
In fact, we have a get out of jail free card we can use for him. That does not include the Pasco, and he will not receive 200 gold.
Necrowolf, Zale is broken.
Yeah. We broke him. Finally.
Technically, and in a way, he broke himself 8 times over.
What if we put all the eyes together?
They are
be
together.
like a? Will you be like? Are you gonna be like a Mega Zale?
It would be
You
highly
just have to wait and find out.
It would be ill-advised.
We are Legion. Let's just say that. Bad jujus.
Elysian, you are retrieved from jail with the missive.
Yay!
They
Yay!
aren't thrilled, but
Did the torturer have fun with you?
Torturer did not have an opportunity to get to him yet.
Yeah.
They were planning
you
to let
guys got
him
me out
rot a
before
little
they
bit.
did anything. You guys got me out before they did anything. Thank you.
So, to the, I think it was the Iron Heart Gallery.
Do also have some paperwork to go over. For this evening, though, I think we're at a good point to stop. Unless you guys really want to keep going, we can keep going.
No, I should stop because I need to be up early tomorrow. Going to present the game I made for college.
Well, good luck with that.
And I forgot to update this image. Lesai. There we go. Alright, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We were playing Dungeons and Dragons, our Fist of Furry Friday group. You can see my schedule for next week on the screen now. Well, it's almost gone now, but anyways. Thank you to my patrons.
Anybody new even join?
Huh?
Did anybody new even join the stream?
What do you mean?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
I think.
Anyways, thank you to my patrons, donators, and subscribers. Thank you. You guys are the ones that make sure that I can keep bringing this content. I will be back tomorrow with some 2 Point Hospital to make up for my Monday, the new Monday group that is coming. Do look forward to that in a few weeks. Hit that follow button, subscribe to the channel if you can. We've got a... sorry, got distracted. We've got a Discord, Telegram channel, Twitter, all those good things. Check the description on the channel to check those out. Necrowolf, if you've got some questions there, hit me up on Discord and PM, please. But yes, we have a new Monday group that is coming. We're just getting it prepared now. But otherwise, thank you for joining, and I bid you all adieu.
Until next we meet on this glorious field of play.
Hasta la vista. Hasta mañana. Peace.
Bye.